You tell them I'm coming, and hell's coming with me, you hear? Hell's coming with me!
Woo! One of my favorite clips of all time, I must say. I do like me some Tombstone. I must admit, I must confess. That is probably the best damn Western movie of all time. Probably just one of the best movies of all time. Period. So, what's everybody up in here doing today? Y'all getting ready for Christmas? Because it's getting really close. But y'all done broke yourself up, huh? We already got Killer Breeze up in here and Lori Brogdon. Lori bring the Heat Brogdons in the house. John Ritchie's in the house. Probably the youngest pup up in here. I didn't know this, but John Ritchie is he's a youngin'. Ride Guy 1218's in the house. Mary's in the house. Brandon 96 with a hey. Ride Guy 1218 has his badge, as does Killer Breeze, as well as Brandon 96. Mark Clark's in the house. So, today, getting ever so closer to those college football playoffs. But tomorrow is National Signing Day. Now, I know it's early National Signing Day, supposedly, but we all know that now early signing day has become the signing day for most players. Usually, most players sign their letter of intent tomorrow. And it's looking rather close there at the top, especially with Alabama and Ohio State. It looks like maybe that Georgia may end up finishing number one for the first time in 5 years in the recruiting rankings. Touch of color. What are you talking about? That's my natural color, man. What are you talking about? Hey, man, I took a vote and they voted out the gray, man. So here's what you have, at least for now. We'll see how it works out, right? But it looks like Linky Boy and them's falling apart. I hate to keep piling on. And then people, I've actually had a few people come to me and say, hey, I wish you'd stop talking about Lincoln Riley. I'm getting tired of hearing you grill on Lincoln Riley. But the majority still tells me to grill Lincoln Riley. So I'm going to bring something up real quick. We'll see what we got here. Yep. Now, this is from the Los Angeles Times. Y'all see that? The Los Angeles Times, once again, this is his own people. This ain't some newspaper in Oklahoma City. This ain't some newspaper in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. This is the home of the Skittle Shitters, Los Angeles Times. High-profile players are leaving Lincoln Riley. U.S. recruiting challenges are growing. Yeah, man, it's crazy. Almost 2 years to the day of his sign day, he celebrated USC's first major recruiting victory of the Lincoln Riley era by signing Damani Jackson. I remember making a big deal out of that. Daniel Blitzer, or whatever his name was all about some Damani Jackson. See, he can recruit defensive players. But now they're leaving because they see that he's not about developing them. Now, I done a podcast earlier today about a guy by the name of Matt Rule. And Matt Rule's big thing is, and Killer Breeze like this, is he's all about getting high school players for the most part. Everybody's going to get some transfer portal players from time to time. But to try to build your team mostly on transfer portal players, even more than 30% of your team, if it's based on transfer portal players, you're asking for a disaster. And as you can see here, Malachi Nelson also is transferring out. Another big 4 or 5-star quarterback. 5-star running back, Raleek Brown. I remember old Daniel Bitzer really bragging on this. I remember old USC J Jackass really bragging on this Raleek Brown guy, running back, 5-star. He's transferring out. Just recently, Tackett Harris, linebacker. Mario Williams, wide receiver. Now, they are bringing in Will Howard from Kansas State, but this guy's been at LSU, Kansas State, now USC, and that goes back to the point I've been trying to make this whole time about transfer portal players, is they continue to show that 70 to 80% of them just don't work out. So who else we got up in here? Big Cajones is in the house. Big Cajones in the house says, what's up, JPC and the Outlaw Posse? Eric Mofield says, why quit? Nobody likes a quitter. Grill his ass. Well, that's what I said, Eric, but I've had a few of your Sooner people actually tell me they want me to shut up about it. But it seems like I told them, it seems like the majority, Fred Begley says, keep grilling him. And so that's why I'm grilling him. And even the Oregon people, Ride Guy 1218 is saying grill him. Grill him, grill him, grill him, grill him, grill him. All I see is grill, 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 grill. So guess what? I'm going to grill until the majority tells me not to grill. But it's amazing. And what really sticks out about these players that are transferring out on Lincoln Riley is they're not just defensive players. You would think it would be a bunch of defensive players transferring out, right? But no, it's some major offensive players. These are big-time players that they really, really coveted and bragged upon, like Malachi Nelson and Raleek Brown, the running back. It's not looking good for Lincoln Riley. And they can play it off all you want. And in an article, he starts talking about, hey, we just need to get the players for our system, yada, yada, yada. Well, I know it's coach speak, man. He thinks he's talking to a bunch of idiots. And he probably is talking to a bunch of idiots out there. But for the most part, people can see right through that bullshit. I love seeing him lose all those guys that he recruited on Oklahoma's dime, said Johnny Johns. Yeah, by the way, he did, I don't know if I mentioned it, but he did lose Mario Williams as well. I didn't know Mario Williams was so short. I think they got him listed like 5'9" or 5'10". Yeah, I see you, Lori Broadman. I already called you out earlier. Yeah, on the podcast today, Jeff Payton, you were one of the 4 horsemen to help me with the college football invasion, and you're on here as well on the ticker. By the way, I got some sponsors here, McFadden LLC, laser cleaning, powder coated signage. You'll see right there, that's Matt McWilliams. His information's down there. He's an Oregon guy. That's the great sign that he made me. And we also have Eric Mofield made this for me. It's a cutting board. Never any lasers, all handcrafted. If you ever need a piece of, if you ever need a design put on a piece of wood, a cutting board, any kind of piece of wood, Eric Mofield can do it. Like I've said numerous times, he can even put Jennifer Lopez's ass on a piece of wood, if that's what you so desire. Eric Mofield says, don't listen to him. Damn, Biden let some Skittle shitters in Oklahoma. They're all high. Yeah. Got our first donation of the night, $2 from Big Cajones Kelly. He says, cook Tebow like he cooks brisket. Yeah. You really want me to burn the hell out of that shit, don't you? Because he burned the hell out of some brisket now. He burned the hell out of some brisket. I give him that. He's consistent with not knowing how to cook some brisket. Thunder O using the house. He says he got put in timeout in the USC Voice of College Football live stream last night. And why is that, Thunder O? What did you do? I had to pat you on the hand. Huh? I got to slap you around. By the way, if anybody wants to be on the podcast tonight with me, just let me know. I'll send you an email, and we can try to get some common Joes up in here. I'm thinking about having people come in here for about 5 to 10 minutes at a time, maybe 15 minutes tops. So like Paul Feinbaum does his show in a way. Not that I want to be like Paul Feinbaum, but that aspect of the show I've always liked. If you want me to send you the email, just let me know if you want to be on for a few minutes. Lincoln probably cooks vegan briskets. You're probably right. What do y'all think about all that? I mean, not only is he losing defensive players, which is expected because they see what he's all about, but he's losing offensive players at the skill position now. He's losing players on his side of the ball under his forte, something that he's supposed to be the guru at. He's losing it. What's going on? But as I said, tomorrow, as you know, is National Signing Day. And I forgot that I had a membership for 247 Sports. Been paying for that thing the whole time, and I could have went there and looked at these rankings the whole time, and I didn't do it. These are the overall rankings for recruiting right now as of today. Now, if make sure y'all can see that. All right. Here we go. 2024 overall football team rankings. As you can see here, they've got Georgia ranked number 1 with 28 commits, 311 points. I got Alabama projected right now to finish number 2. That could change. All these could change by tomorrow because there's still some commits that haven't quite committed yet. So things could change. But right now, the day before, early signing period, these are the projections. Ohio State's number 3, Florida State's number 4, Texas is number 5, Miami is number 6, Oregon is number 7, Florida is number 8, Notre Dame is number 9, and Oklahoma rounds out the top 10 according to 247 Sports. I probably would have ranked Notre Dame and Oklahoma both above Florida, but that's just me. Auburn's right outside the top 10. LSU, Tennessee, Penn State, South Carolina, Clemson, Texas A&M, Ole Miss, USC, and Michigan rounds out the top 20. And look, you see, USC, I hate to keep piling on USC, but USC doesn't even have the highest ranked USC class. Look at it. South Carolina is 4 spots ahead of them. So who's the real USC now? Is it South Carolina or is it Southern California? We have another donation in the house. Appreciate the hell out of that. Mark Clark in the house. Always good to have a Clark in here because I'm a Clark. Clarks are probably some of the best damn people you'll ever meet. Mark Clark says, give me the Alabama fans' honest view of Brent Venables. Wish he was my daddy. Well, I like Brent Venables. I was a big supporter of Brent Venables when he first came here. If you don't believe me, you can go back and look at some of my videos. Timestamp. Great thing about technology. There's a lot of bad things about technology, but the great thing about some technology is that it can actually prove your innocence or prove that you're not lying about something. But I've been on Brent Venables' bandwagon since day one. People can say I'm lying. All you got to do is go back and look at my videos. You can ask Killer Breeze. You can ask Thunder OU. Numerous people in here, Lori. They all know Mike Wilkerson, that I've been on Brent Venables' bandwagon since day one. Brent Venables, see, what people don't understand about Brent is that he was brought up in that area of the country. He went to Kansas State. Then he coached for Oklahoma for a little while as defensive coordinator. Then he made the move to Clemson and built a lot of strong recruiting ties over there at Clemson. He was there about, 8-9 years? And now he comes to Oklahoma for his first gig, and not only has he already got connections in the area as far as recruiting goes in the Oklahoma and Texas recruiting area, but he still has those recruiting connections over on the eastern seaboard in Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Alabama, Tennessee, places like that. Brent Venables has connections in some of the most fertile recruiting grounds. So I always thought that, if you got him a head coaching job, that Brent Venables would do really well if people are patient enough with Brent Venables. Will he win a national title in the first 3 years like some of the great coaches have? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. But I could definitely see Brent Venables in Oklahoma winning an SEC title before Texas. But that's just my opinion. What do y'all think? Rye Guy 1218 says, I would rather be South Carolina than any part of California. Now, I heard San Diego's pretty nice. I've heard from a lot of my friends that have been out there said that San Diego is probably the only thing that's worth seeing in the state of California. So, I don't know. I've never been to San Diego. Maybe some of y'all can expound on that. Kenneth Qualls is in the house. I'm just glad Tebow got exposed at USC and not at Oklahoma. Well, be honest with you, Kenneth, he was starting to get exposed at Oklahoma. It was just that Oklahoma people didn't really want to bash on him because it was their head coach. But a lot of them knew. Deep down inside, you all knew, I think you knew, that he was never going to win a national title with his approach to defense and having these gurus come in and these yoga instructors and, you know, eating yogurt on a Sunday morning and whatever transgender agenda he's pushing, that kind of shit. Robert Walger is in the house. Come on. I'll get the outlaw to 5,000 subscribers. And that would be awesome, man. That would be a great Christmas present if I could get 5,000 subscribers here in the next week, because I'm at 4,330. So I'm almost there. Walger. You know, you have a lot of people get in here and take shots and say that, hey, you ain't really got as many subscribers as so-and-so, and you suck, and blah, 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 blah. And I tell them, like, you do realize that my channel's only about 2 years old. And I've looked at the numbers, and I'm actually ahead of where some channels are mostly. I'm above average. I'm not excellent, but I'm above average. Average 2-year channel usually has, they said, around, 2,500 subscribers, 2,500 to 2,800. And I'm above that. So, you know, those people that say that shit, they don't even have a channel. And I asked them, I'm like, how many subscribers do you have? They can't. Well, I'm not trying. Well, it don't matter how many subscribers you got. Killbree says San Diego is overrated. Michael Hapgood says the Marines train in San Diego. That's good for me. Jack Acker says, my grandpa used to say California can fall into the ocean. Speaking of which, you know, sometimes I get off on a random tangent, and it's because usually there's a woman in here named Lori Brogdon that likes to antagonize me and antagonize other people and stir up shit. And so, you know, I'm going to start having a segment, I think, and I'm going to call it the Lori Brogdon segment. And it's just, you know, general prodding and just instigating the hell out of some shit, or just making fun of shit in general. Me and her was talking about something the other day. I'm not going to talk about it too long, but it's just like people that spell their names all crazy and shit. And people called me out the other day about how I was pronouncing these players' names and yada, 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 and coaches. Like I said, instead of Bill Bedenbow, I'll say Bedenbaugh. And Williams Nawarney, I sound out the end. And I'm just thinking to myself, it's like the word pharmacy. What was our ancestors thinking? What was they thinking? You know, how you going to spell the word pharmacy with a PH? Why not just put a damn F on there? Save yourself one letter. Save yourself some time. And Williams Nawarney, why are you going to put an N on there and make it silent? What about the N in the middle? Why ain't it silent? Why are you picking on the first letter? So my suggestion is maybe we should all just get us a damn DeLorean. We can get an SUV DeLorean. And get Marty and Doc, go back in time about 1682, and just tell all these players and these families that got all these crazy ass last names that you can't pronounce, to tell their ancestors, do not spell our name like that. Do not spell that word like that, because it just makes us all look like spastics. All right. Take that off there. Something else I want to share with y'all as Lincoln Riley's team continues to fall apart. Keep expanding on that. Maybe it'll aggravate somebody. All right. Here we go. See if y'all can see that. Yep. What's up? Here we go. These are the remaining big names that are out there. At wide receiver, you have 5-star wide receiver Jeremiah Smith is supposed to commit live on CBS Sports. Smith has been committed to the Buckeyes for nearly a year, but that hasn't stopped two of his home state schools, Florida State and Miami, from making a final push. But the Noles and Canes haven't stopped pursuing, blah, 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 blah. They're projecting Ohio State. 3-star tight end Cole Harrison is still out. They're projecting him for Tennessee. 4-star defensive lineman Jericho Johnson is still out. They're projecting him for Oregon. So Oregon's going to pick up a pretty good defensive lineman. And they say that Jericho Johnson most likely will choose him over USC, Utah, and Washington. So that's a big get for Oregon. 5-star defensive back KG Bolden. They're crystal balling him for Florida State. I said Auburn is making a serious push. Auburn, there's nothing serious about Auburn, so I don't know why they said that. 5-star defensive lineman Dominic McKinley. There's a chance that McKinley, currently committed to A&M, doesn't sign on Wednesday and pushes things back to February. But they're projecting that he may go to Texas A&M or Texas, with LSU also in the mix. Also out is 4-star edge Solomon Williams. A visit to College Station over the weekend has Texas A&M feeling good about securing Williams' signature. He's also considering Oregon, Texas, and Alabama are all involved as well. Their crystal ball has him going to Texas A&M. And the last one we'll touch on is 4-star edge Lugard. I can't say it. It's one of them names again. There's one of them stupid-ass last names that me and Laura were talking about last night. Edo Capaye. Edo Duque Tapaye. The district's Hype Maryland product will announce his decision at some point on Wednesday. The number one team in the college football playoff rankings has reason to believe he'll be joining their class. Home state Maryland and Rutgers are involved here. By the way, Rutgers is not in Maryland, so I don't know why they said home state Maryland and Rutgers. But the Wolverines are in prime spot to land the number 6 player in the state, crystal ball for Michigan. So what do y'all think about that? Yeah, by the way, if you don't mind, jump out and hit the like button. If you smash that like button, it's going to push it through the algorithm. It's going to get more people up in here, and this party's going to get more crunk, and we'll just keep having more fun and keep making fun of whomever y'all want to make fun of. Y'all push the conversation. If y'all want me to talk about something different, then tell me to talk about something different, because that's what I'm going to do. We definitely need you to smash that like button. If you haven't subscribed to the show, hit the subscribe button. That's free. Like, share, comment, subscribe. All that stuff's free, the big 4. But you can also see people in here with their badges like Killer Breeze, Rye Guy 1218, Jack Acker, Jeff Payton, Big Coneys, Kelly. All of them have their badge, as well as Fred Bagley and Mike Wilkerson. If you want to get your badge like them and get deputized and possibly be the 4 Horsemen shout out on the podcast, as well as maybe to be the comment of the day, all you got to do to get deputized and get your badge is hit that button for $2.99 a month, 75 cents a week. It's a little join button next to the subscribe button. And if you're on an Apple phone, you may have to go to your laptop or computer. Did you want to be on here, Killer? Because I was asking you a while ago. I don't know if you heard me or not. Fred Bagley says, I'd like to see Nebraska get back to its old self. Yeah, that's what my podcast was about today. Matt Rule said a lot of stuff that Killer Breeze would have really liked, as far as, the transfer portal just being there for emergency situations, really, basically is what he was saying, that he likes to develop his own players and develop his own chemistry and not have someone come in that's been tainted by 2 or 3 programs already, like Will Howard, who was at LSU, then at Kansas State, and now he's going to USC. Sooner Law says USC is on Figueroa. See, I probably can't pronounce that right either. That's a lot of prostitution going on that street, says Sooner Ross. Yeah, that don't surprise me somehow. Boy Brockton says, come on, Killer, get your food looking self up in here. You're not space. You can't even spell. You've been talking about me pronouncing Bill Bedenbaugh wrong. Bedenbaugh. By the way, it's Bedenbaugh. I don't give a crap. There was another name the other day I was mispronouncing. What was it, Lord? I said I was just going to keep mispronouncing it on purpose. Can't remember what it was now. I was mispronouncing a bunch of shit the other day, and they were giving me hell about it. So I'm just like, I'm going to start mispronouncing stuff on purpose. Jeff Payton says, I don't think Nebraska's back yet. Get to the Big Ten championship game, then we can talk. Yeah, I understand that, Jeff. What I was saying in today's podcast was the fact that they did get Dylan Raiola to flip. His dad is a legacy at Nebraska. He was a center there. He's got his jersey retired. His Uncle Donovan is coaching there right now. And for them to get that flip was a big thing, I think, because they've been in dire need of a quarterback for quite some time. They just haven't had a real decent quarterback in quite a while to me. I know Martinez was a decent quarterback, but wasn't nothing really to call home about with it, was he? Not to me. But people need to be more patient with Matt Rule. Yeah, he started out 5-7, but he done that at Temple and Baylor too. And look what he done for Temple and Baylor. Most notably Temple for me. He was able to win at a place that not many people have been able to win at. There's been a few people win at Temple, but not many. And to be able to build Temple and Baylor, I think Matt Rule is going to get the job done. Especially since, he's in the Big Ten. Maybe he can start using that to his advantage somewhat. Because he's not really going to have to go head-to-head with Oklahoma and Texas and the SEC. That's the only good thing about being in the Big Ten for Nebraska. Jeff Payton says, Jack Acker, you need to understand that Alabama hating Auburn is like Oregon hating Oregon State. Well, Jeff, they don't really hate Oregon State. So it's not a good comparison. Because they ironed it out, man. They got it ironed out. And I was talking about that today. Oklahoma and Oklahoma State couldn't get it ironed out, and Alabama and Auburn probably wouldn't be able to get it out. By the way, Becca has thoughts. Just told me how to pronounce that word. It's Figueroa for us pasty people. Okay. But in the podcast I done today, I was thinking to myself, and I've heard this from a few people, that Oklahoma should consider, since Oklahoma State or Okie Pokey State or Okie Chokie State, whatever you want to call them, since they want to be puddings about it, and Mike Gundy wants to be, I'm a man, I'm 72, before he reschedules Oklahoma, they need to just go ahead and move on from Oklahoma State and try to get back up with Nebraska. Because that series with Nebraska, that rivalry with Nebraska was much more epic, much more entertaining, much more college football. Oklahoma and Nebraska is one of them rivalries that says college football at its epitome, at its pinnacle. Oklahoma State don't say nothing. It just says charity case, 91-20. Like Alabama, Mississippi State, same thing. Alabama's up like 90-15 or some shit. I ain't got the exact numbers in front of me. Jeff Payton, he probably knows that. He's really good at looking up those kind of stats. But Oklahoma needs to schedule Nebraska in a 10-year series, just like Alabama did Penn State back in the 80s. Great intersectional rivalry with Penn State in the 80s, if y'all remember that. Some of y'all are probably too young to remember that, but that's what they need to do. They need to do a 10-year series with Nebraska. If it don't work out, then after those 10 years are up, just start playing each other periodically again. Rick Bedward says ain't nothing in Nebraska but cornfields. Well, there ain't much down here in Alabama either, but we get the job done. The thing is with Alabama that Nebraska don't have is we're in a better climate and we're closer to a beach. Jack Ecker says, what about Tulsa replacing Oklahoma State as OU's in-state rival? You gonna piss some of them Brokeback Mountains off, man. You got them Brokeback Mountains over in Stillwater. They don't appreciate you talking like that, Jack. Numbskull News says Nebraska hasn't been worth a damn in a while. What is your email, Numbskull? And I'll send you an invite to the show if you want to come up in here. Same thing goes for you, Killer Breeze. If you want me to send you an email, just let me know. See what else I got for y'all up here. Had y'all a few little nuggets up here that I was going to share with y'all. Oh, this is one of those random things. You know, me and this Clemson lady that I'm going to have on here one day. Her name's Mary Catherine. She's of Clemson Nation. I'm going to have her on here one day to explain to us what's happened to Clemson. But we was talking, and we was talking about the mullet. She's talking about some people that were bringing back the mullet. The mullet's come back. And I used to have a mullet back in the day. I had one of them Billy Ray Cyrus mullets, 1992. And I asked her if she wanted to see it. And I asked y'all the same thing. So, you know, we're going to forewarn you, man. It might hurt your eyes a little bit. But I'm going to ask y'all, do y'all want to see what JPC, a.k.a. the OCF, used to look like with a mullet? Y'all want to see it? Tell me in the comment section. Do you want to see the OCF with a mullet? Circa 1992. Right guy 1218 says USC can't fill the Coliseum either. So what we got over here. Maybe someone's George just got home. Killer Breeze just got home. See what we got here. He says he's just chilling out at home. Okay. Numbskull News, if you're still in here, just holler at me. And just give me your email if you feel comfortable giving it to me on here, and I'll make sure I send you an email and get you up in here. College football with Jonathan Lewis with a $2 donation. You were born bald? Yeah, I was born bald, but I grew a mullet. Y'all want to see that mullet? I got proof now. I got proof, Nick Beard. Oh, Jonathan's in here. He's going to start talking about corn dogs again. You're going to piss Killer Breeze off if you start talking about him smelling like corn dogs again. Now, I told you, Killer Breeze don't like you saying they smell like corn dogs. Neither does Big Cojones Kelly. Big Cojones Kelly says that your name shouldn't be Donkey Lewis anymore. It should be IBS Lewis. All right, I'm going to show it to y'all right now. Y'all ready? Y'all ready for the mullet? Let me bring it up for y'all, just to show you I can laugh at myself. People need to learn how to be able to do this more, by the way. If you can't laugh at yourself, you're just going to have a hard time in life. Tell me. There it is. Don't break my heart, my achy, breaky heart. I just don't think it understand. And if you break my heart, my achy, breaky heart, it might just up and kill this man. How y'all like me now? Huh? How you like me now? How y'all like my mullet? Look, expiration date 1997. So, I didn't lie. It was 1992. So, see? Billy Ray Outlaw. That's right. No, I didn't send an invite, Killer, because you never told me. You never told me if you wanted to be on here, bitch. Look at there, boy. Look at that. Becca has stock. Like she likes my Billy Ray Cyrus mullet. Don't you, Becca? Tell him, Becca. I can still rock it. Here, the thing is now, I'm going to have to beat Jonathan to it because I know he's going to say the shit. The thing is now, if I tried to grow a mullet now, I don't know if y'all remember Gallagher, that comedian that used to smash them damn watermelons. If I grew a mullet now, I would look like Gallagher. Let me send you one real quick, Killer. There we go. Just sent it. I don't know if Jonathan Lewis wants to bring his corn dog loving ass up in here, but you can if you want to. We're just talking about the fact that Lincoln Riley is losing his shit. He's now done lost a bunch of offensive players to the transfer portal. Mario Williams, Malachi Nelson, Raleek Brown. All these are 5 stars. 5-star running back, 5-star quarterback, 5-star wide receiver. He's losing all these offensive players. These ain't just defensive players anymore. Although he just lost Damani Jackson, who old Daniel Bitzer used to have a tent in his pan over. You gonna be up in here tonight, Jonathan, or no? I'll make Jeff Payton get his ass in here. And Glory too. You know, we ain't never had a female posse member on here yet. I told Mary Catherine that she could be the one to bust my cherry, but she hadn't took me up on it yet. So maybe Lori Brogdon will bust my cherry. I don't know. Or maybe Becca has thoughts. Or who else? Mary. There's another Mary in here. Mary, if you ever want to be on here and bust my cherry by my first female on here, y'all just let me know. I'll let you bust my cherry. Big Cajones Kelly's done give another $2 for my mullet. We're bringing up a mullet foundation here, mullet donation. Y'all gonna give me all this money. Y'all want me to grow my mullet back out? I'm telling you, I'm gonna look just like Gallagher, man. I'm gonna have the long hair now. There's gonna be a bald spot up there. Yeah, I'm tired of hearing excuses, Lori. I'm not right now. I just want to stir up shit and get you riled up and laugh at you in the Facebook Messenger, laughing at me. Just laughing at me. There's another $2 mullet donation. Oh, look at there. We got us another Outlaw Posse member. Mark Green. Not Green. What the hell's wrong with me? Mark Clark has just became a member of the Outlaw Posse. He's mounted up, he's saddled up, and he's ready to go, and he's going to get his badge on the next podcast. Mark Clark will get deputized, possibly be one of the random 4 horsemen shout-outs, as well as the comment of the day. So we'll join button, next subscribe button if you want to get your deputization like Mark Clark's going to, and he's got his badge already, as you can see. Just hit that button. $2.99 a month, 75 cents a week. That's just a half a bottle of water. Yeah, you're right, Fred. They be raising money for me to cut my damn hair. That's what they be doing. They be raising money to cut my hair. Right now they'll all give me $2 to try to get me to grow my hair back out. But let's bring in the man, the myth, the legend, the consummate Oklahoma booster.
What's happening?
The Killer Breeze is in the house.
Hey, first of all, let me congratulate you on your new look. I like the touch of color.
I missed a spot right over here. My wife said, "You missed a spot over here. You got a little wild gray hair growing out the side of your damn cheek."
Well, I noticed you went a little darker on top, which I guess naturally happens because mine's a little darker on top.
I'm talking about,
or maybe I've been hitting a touch of color too.
You talking about the stash?
Yeah.
My stash is always dark, man. It's just this damn goatee.
Hey, and to your point, what's going on at USC is not your typical transfer portal moves. Usually the players that you're losing in the portal, unless you're someone like Georgia or Bama who's just stacked with more 5- and 4-star guys than they can give enough playing time to, you're not losing the guys that were the crown jewels of your recruiting classes. That's not what's happening, but that is what's happening at USC. Tackett Curtis, Damani Jackson, Malachi Nelson. And by the way, no matter how you want to spin, I had some USC fan trying to tell me today that, oh, Malachi Nelson wasn't progressing. Malachi Nelson wasn't. Well, whose fault is that? If Malachi Nelson wasn't good enough to play yet, whose fault is that?
Yeah. Who's supposed to develop him?
I thought you were the quarterback whisperer.
I don't know if you watched my podcast today, but I was doing it, and I was talking about Matt Rule and the article on him, and I was like, man, Matt Rule sounds like a coach that Killer Breeze would love, because he's saying, look, we might use the transfer portal for needs if we just don't get what we need. He said, but high school players is where you need to start to build a real foundation. I'm like, man, Killer Breeze would love that shit.
Well, it's true, man. I mean, what he's saying makes 100% sense. Again, you can absolutely grab players from the portal, and if you are in a bad spot, porn stash.
Yeah, look, I thought about that. I swear to God, man. I said, man, I could shave this off, and it would look like a porn stash, man, because it'll come down here real good.
You look like you ought to be on Boogie Nights, man. You should have been in Boogie Nights as the outlaw.
Not to be too graphic here, but that's my flavor saver.
Save a little for later.
Ray Guy started this shit, not me. It's all Ray Guy's fault.
But yeah, if you're a USC fan, you should be concerned because you're losing the best players from your class. You already had a below par class considering where your coach set the bar. You were already having a bad enough, things weren't already good compared to where it was supposed to be. And now, if you take Malachi Nelson, Tackett Curtis, and Damani Jackson out of that 2023 class, where does it rank now?
I couldn't believe when I saw Damani Jackson. You remember old Bitzer? He talked about was Damani Jackson and Malachi.
Loved Damani Jackson. Loved him.
I wish I hadn't blocked that dude now.
I've seen him in the comments a couple of times, and I bust his ass every time I see him. He won't respond to me. He knows.
Well, here's the thing, man. If you look at these rankings over here, you scroll down here. Some of them I don't agree with. I think Oklahoma probably should be a little bit higher than 10th, but USC's 19th, according to them. That means that they're 4 spots behind the other USC. They're letting South Carolina out recruit.
Yeah. No, it's considering what he himself said of what he was going to do with recruiting, he has fallen well short of expectations. And again, those expectations set by himself.
Michael McCullough says, I vouch for you, Outlaw. I know that you was a big fan of Venables. I was too, but I didn't think I was back then than he was. I was taking more of a wait-and-see attitude. Yeah, someone was just asking me what I thought about Brent Venables now as opposed to when he first came here. I'm like, well, I'm of the same thinking that I've always been. I always thought Brent Venables was going to be good. I'm not just saying that, trying to brag. I got proof.
Absolutely. Becca has thoughts. Says the Boogie Nights with the Outlaw sounds like adult content.
Where's that at? Oh, I see it. Becca has thoughts. She's got her badge. She's deputized. She's one of the sisters in the posse. Yep, you're right. By the way, if y'all want to get your comment highlighted and push the top so we can read it out, because there's too many people in here for us to read every comment, just click on the little money dollar sign at the bottom. It's got a circle around it. Click on that. Write your comment out, and then send it, and it'll highlight it, and we'll read it out. Just make a little small donation to the program. So, yeah, man. As Kilbree said earlier, smash that like button. I forget to say that shit all the time. Smash that like button.
Well, I've got to imagine that if you're hitting the like button and if you're sharing the link with someone, I always hit my Twitter account with it whenever you put the links out or whenever you put the show reminder up. I usually share it. If everybody does that, that'll certainly help the algorithm, the almighty algorithm.
Who's Leanne? I don't see no Leanne in here.
I don't see Leanne either.
Mary says,
where is Lori? Is Lori not in the house?
She probably went to Starbucks again. I done that Lori segment she wanted me to do.
Lori brings the heat, Brogdon.
And she probably got IBS like Jonathan, man. They look like they both have that problem.
Jack, that's easy. If USC plays Texas, who do I want to see lose more? I want to see USC lose more. That's me personally.
There's only one team out there that I dislike more than USC. That's Colorado. And it's only because con time's there. Once he leaves, I'll have no issue with Colorado. But Mary was asking, do we think that he's going to go to the Chargers? That's another thing I was mispronouncing over there. I was calling them the San Diego Chargers.
Yeah, I heard you. Well, here's the thing.
It'd be a dumbass hire, I know that.
That's what I was about to say. So I think, JPC said this many times. He and I used to argue about this. But I thought, until the very end, I thought Lincoln Riley was that somebody in the NFL would be dumb enough to hire him. But considering how bad they did this year and him losing 5 of the last 6 games, I can't imagine there's an NFL team that's going to hire him as a head coach anymore.
Well, you didn't.
So I think that people are just throwing his name out there just because he's in California. His name was thrown out there so many times before, so it's kind of reflex memory to some degree. I don't think it's real.
Well, you didn't think he's going to lose 5 games this year either.
No, I didn't.
That's the thing, man. That was more than I could ever hope for, man. I was thinking he's going to lose three games this year. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, oh, no, he ain't going to lose 3 games. That's way too many. I said, hey, he might lose 4.
Yeah.
Oh, you're crazy as hell. You're right. He lost 5. Y'all right.
Yeah,
I was wrong.
It's pretty amazing. And I think, man, what Rule is doing in Nebraska is legit. I want Nebraska to come back to relevance and be in the national conversation, because the football world is better when Nebraska is good.
Mary sort of backs up what you're saying. She's just wondering if LR's reputation's been so tarnished to this point that maybe the NFL doesn't want him any longer.
That's right, Mary. Why did you drop Caroline?
Where did Caroline go?
I thought Mary Caroline was kind of cool. Where did the Caroline go? There's Jonathan. I thought Jonathan was jumping on here with us.
He's got IBS, man. He's having issues.
Jonathan.
I think he's a little low on the toilet paper tonight, so he don't want to use it all up.
Ask me about my crawfish. Big Cojones Kelly with a donation.
And where'd that go?
Big Cojones Kelly with a donation says, late night posse time. I'll be wearing a shirt saying, ask me about my crawfish.
Yeah. Late night posse time.
I'm going to tell y'all right now, y'all do not want to party with Big Cojones Kelly, Mr. Thibodeau. Something tells me that Mr. Thibodeau knows how to turn it up.
Big Cojones Kelly had $5 donation this time. He done up to Annie a little bit. Y'all gonna let Big Cojones outbid y'all tonight? So I'll be wearing a T-shirt saying, "Ask me about my crawfish."
I think Big Cojones Kelly can turn it up with the best of them. There you go, Mary.
You're right about what?
Bring back Caroline. What am I right about? Well, the better question is, what am I wrong about, JPC? What am I wrong about?
Nothing much, man. Nothing much. That's why I have you on here. Keep me straight.
There you go.
Plus, you said you like to color my beard. Jonathan be making fun of it.
Hey, I saw it. I noticed it right away. I said, there's a man that looks 5 or 6 years younger than he did the last time we were on the internet.
Leanne Liver says it's just weird that Malachi is transferring. I'm thinking Tebow told some players he's going to the Chargers. And that, yes, that is a dumb.
Oh, and by the way,
dumb enough too.
I have heard that Tackett Curtis from I made a comment earlier that we need to just to rub it in USC's face. We need to go pluck Domani and Tackett out of the transfer portal and bring them to Oklahoma. From what I've heard, Tackett wants to get closer to home, so the people from his hometown and around his area in Louisiana think that he's going to end up at LSU, and that very well may be the case.
Who's that?
Tackett Curtis, the star linebacker from USC, started. By the way, Domani Jackson and Tackett Curtis started every game last year, both of them. So they're not just regular players that normally go to the transfer portal. This is the rare exception where you can actually get a 5-star freshman starter at a Power 5 school and bring him onto your squad. But the transfer portal is not made up of all of those kinds of players. Most of them are not that. But here's and if you go look, Oklahoma's entire linebacker room is now following Tackett Curtis. From what I understand, he had some kind of relationship with BB when he was recruiting him in high school. And so if he doesn't end up at LSU, don't be surprised if you see Tackett Curtis end up at Oklahoma. And God, man, I'm telling you, I would love that. I think Domani Jackson is probably going to follow Dante, the D-backs coach that got let go at USC, and he ended up at Georgia. So Domani might be following him to Georgia. I don't know.
John Christophic wants to know, why did Dylan Raiola sign with Nebraska? Well,
he's a legacy.
Yeah, he's a legacy. First of all, his dad went there. His numbers retired there. His uncle actually works there as an offensive line coach.
Yeah, his uncle's
got a 53% raise. Surprise, surprise. And at Georgia, you got Carson Beck, who's coming back, and then you also have there's another kid. I can't remember his name. Their quarterback room's pretty stacked at Georgia. So I figure he thought, I'd rather go to Nebraska anyway. That's where I grew up. That was his team growing up. So, I'm sure Nebraska's NIL collective that they now have, that's called the 1890 Initiative, has a lot to do with it as well. I think that'd be the only thing that can save Nebraska is if they get a good NIL initiative, because they got a large following nationwide. People don't realize that. Nebraska is a state that's way out there in the middle of nowhere, but from back in the day, they got a lot of older alumni. So they need to go ahead and make that push now before all of those older alumni die out.
Nebraska has a large, strong, diehard fan base of some pretty great fans. That's the one thing that you can never take away from Nebraska fans, is that their fans are knowledgeable, they respect the game, and most of them are not your typical dipshit fans. So I want their fans to get it. Their fans deserve it. I want the program to come back to national relevance. I think college football is better when Nebraska is relevant.
It was just a given that Nebraska was going to be in the mix for major bowls every year.
Every year.
Just a given, man. It's just something that you like.
Dude,
you don't know it. It's like the old Cinderella song. You don't know what you got till it's gone.
The beat down that Nebraska put on Florida in the national championship game, when Tommy Frazier, old school, they just lined up and knocked the shit out of the defensive line and ran the ball down Florida's throat and still scored a ton of points. It was awesome.
That game opened up. That game actually opened Steve Spurrier's eyes to the fact that he needed to play some defense and get some bigger guys on his team.
Yes.
So, at least Steve Spurrier was able to adapt to that. That's what Lincoln Riley reminds me of. He reminds me of Steve Spurrier with no adaptation skills. He can't adapt, man.
No.
So, and I was brought this up also the other in the podcast I've done today. I'll see what you think about it. Instead of trying to pursue Oklahoma State and get that series, that rivalry started back up, why not just restart the Nebraska rivalry? It was a much more significant rivalry, and the teams were always competitive, and there was always some epic games involved in that series. Why even worry about Oklahoma State? Why not just start your rivalry back up with Nebraska?
I would love that. I would love that. The end of the year was always great. Last game of the year was always Nebraska. I think, or maybe it was it Thanksgiving, or I think it was the end of the last game of the year. But regardless, the Nebraska game was. I mean, look, when I was a kid, it was more important in terms of every year. The one game I had circled on the schedule every year was not Texas; it was Nebraska, and it wasn't even close. So
epic games, man. It's historical.
Oh,
you know your history. I mean, supposedly the game of the century back in 1971. And that's before we were born, but still. Big Cojones Kelly with a $2 donation says Nebraska would be better in the Big 12. You're probably right. They'd probably win more games. They would be in their recruiting base again. And, I mean, hell, they'd probably be better off in the SEC, to be quite honest with you.
I would love to see it, man. I would love to see it. I think Matt Rule is. I think he's legit. And I think Raiola is the highest rated recruit that Nebraska has ever had since they started rating the recruits. Since ESPN started rating them, so yeah, man. I think it's a huge deal that Raiola is going to Nebraska. They also got that highly rated 4-star lineman Grant Bricks. You know, Rule's gonna put it together the right way, and it's gonna be better for it. And you know, a lot of times, don't his teams start to show drastic improvement in year 2? Isn't that usually when you start to really see things kind of make a jump?
Yeah, I mean, about year 2 or 3, Matt Rule usually, from history anyway. I mean, it could be that he just can't get the job done in Nebraska, but if you're going on history alone, he's been able to do it at Temple and at Baylor. So if you can do it at Temple, why couldn't you do it in Nebraska?
Yeah.
You ever been to see Temple Stadium? I mean, I think they play most of their games at the old Veterans Stadium if it's still up. I'm not sure where they even play their home games anymore.
Temple is one of the worst teams usually in the country. So to be able to win and make a Temple team bowl eligible is a huge deal.
Correction Set 101 says he was in Lincoln over the weekend, and it was Huskers everywhere still. Talked to a ton of great Husker fans, saw the stadium for the first time, and it was very nice. The thing that amazes me is they said they've had sellouts since 1962. Hi, everybody, and happy holidays. Since 1962, they've sold out every game at Nebraska, even during this time where they've had 7 years. And I didn't know it was this long. They've had 7 straight losing seasons. I did not know that.
Wow, is it that many?
I didn't know that.
Damn. That's brutal, man. God, for that fan base to have to go through that, considering what they used to be. I mean, they were and the other thing about Nebraska, too, is that they were – remember how big Nebraska always looked on the lines? Nebraska was just full of just big dudes, man. Big dudes.
Jonathan Lewis brings up something I was thinking about today. I was trying to remember his name, but there's a collective that they got. It's like $500,000, but they got an anonymous donor that said once they get to $250,000 that they will match the $250 plus. That means they give them an extra $250,000. I was thinking to myself, that's probably Warren Buffett doing that shit.
Probably so. Hey, by the way, did you see Berkey just made a $10 donation?
Yep, just saw it. Berkey with a $9.99 donation. How did you become a Bama fan? How will Bama, Texas, and OU do in the SEC in 2024? I think since, Jalen Milroe's coming back, I think that Alabama will probably be about the same. Probably lose 1 or 2 games, maybe. And I've been an Alabama fan since I was born. My mother worked for university for 37 years. So I was born and raised here, and the university literally clothed and fed me. So it's pretty much a given I was going to be an Alabama fan.
Jesse's been running around Tuscaloosa since he was in diapers.
I've been tearing shit up for a while. But how do you think Alabama, Texas, and OU will do in 2024, Killer? Berkey wants to know.
I think Oklahoma loses 3, maybe 4 games, maybe. That's kind of the worst I see it going. The best I see it going is they lose 1 or 2, but man, I can't. First year in the SEC, that's a tall order considering where we are, and especially with what our offensive line is going through. It's going to be a little rocky, man. Oklahoma's schedule is pretty favorable as SEC schedules go. The last 2 games, the last 3 games is a tough stretch. But so the schedule is going to be, as favorable as it is. It's still going to present some pretty rough, patches. So, but I'll tell you this: I don't expect Oklahoma to struggle in the SEC. I know a lot of people think that's going to happen. I don't see that happening. I think Oklahoma will, like any team in the SEC, there'll be some off years, I'm sure. But I think they'll have plenty of years where they do pretty damn well.
I can see Oklahoma being, more of the ilk of LSU. LSU won 3 national titles this century.
Yeah, I know. I think
LSU's got the second most titles behind Alabama.
I think you can see Oklahoma being an LSU or a Florida, and listen, if you believe in what Venables is building, because he's certainly doing it his way, he clearly has a vision and he's executing towards that vision. And if you believe what he's building, what I think he's building, then I think the SEC is just going to make Oklahoma better.
Yep.
So,
well, Jonathan Lewis seems to think that I'm a bandwagon fan. He said that's how I become an Alabama fan. I was a bandwagon fan. But this is the guy that was born in he was born in Arkansas. That's where he was raised. He used to be a Razorback fan. So he's the one to be talking about bandwagon shit. I bet he still got that Pig Suey hat in his damn closet somewhere.
Hell yeah, he does. That never goes away.
Throw Berkey back up there till someone else
never goes away. Texas is going to be the one I think is going to struggle more than. I think Texas is going to have a very similar life in the SEC that they had in the Big 12 because of who they are and their resources. They're always going to be, able to put it together and have good years. But overall, Texas has underachieved as a program, and I expect that to continue to happen in the SEC.
Yeah, I can see, like I said, a lot of people think Texas and Oklahoma, you just wait. Y'all get over here, y'all going to struggle. The difference between Texas and Oklahoma and Arkansas and South Carolina and Texas A&M, Missouri, is those teams weren't multiple national title winners.
The brands are not the same.
Oklahoma and Texas are the ones they wanted the whole freaking time.
Yes, dude. The
brands. Back in Arkansas and South Carolina days, we won Florida State and Miami. But when we got Texas A&M, Missouri, they wanted Texas and Oklahoma then. So what Texas and Oklahoma basically did, and Texas A&M Missouri fans need to worship y'all and kiss your feet for this, because if y'all had taken the SEC invite when we offered it to you back in 2012,
they wouldn't be in it.
I don't think A&M Missouri gets an invite.
No, they don't. So, you're going to get other schools before you take Missouri, or if you ever take A&M or Missouri.
So gig on that, Aggies. Y'all need to gig on it and say thank you and gig that.
But yeah, man, I think Oklahoma being in the SEC and having BV, I think their recruiting is just going to get better and better. And that's what it became clearly obvious that we had a problem matching talent with the best in the SEC. as of late.
Big
And-
Homies Kelly said that Oklahoma and Texas going to fall off like Florida when they come in the SEC.
No, that's not gonna happen. By the way, every one of my friends in Louisiana sells me this as well. So you ain't telling me nothing I hadn't heard my whole life, Mr. Thibodeau.
Jonathan said he wasn't born in Arkansas, but he lived there. I was born in RMC Hospital in Anniston. I wouldn't have told nobody that shit. Hey, if I was you, I would just say I was born in Arkansas before I tell anybody I was from Anniston.
So how far away is Hoover from Tuscaloosa?
Hoover's about an hour from Tuscaloosa.
Are they still a powerhouse?
They decent now, but I think it's more Thomas. I think it's Thompson. I think it's Thompson and Central Phoenix City now. But Thompson won like 4 in a row.
Oh wow! Well, who was that? Who was that coach that was at Hoover when they were winning? When they were winning all those titles, and then he ended up going to he left in disgrace, and then he ended up going to Georgia or Florida and being and building a pretty good program there too, and then ended up having to resign there as well. Who was that guy?
Rush Probst.
Yeah, that's him.
Rush Probst. Yeah,
that's him.
He got into some. How can I say this nicely? He got into some. What's that dude's name? He's the Arkansas offense coordinator now. He got into some Bob Petrino. He got into some Bob Petrino shit. That's what he got into.
All right.
Read out Jeff Payton's comment and tell me what you think about it.
As great as OU and Texas are, preparing for a month or a week for one SEC game is one thing. It's another for them to prepare for 8 straight weeks of SEC games. Man, you adapt, man. I don't know what to tell you. Like I said, it might be, it may not take off like a rocket in year one.
Well, for the SEC people out there to talk that kind of shit, to me, it's funny considering that Missouri came in and went to the title game 2 years in a row. And they wasn't in the conference but 3 or 4 years. If you don't think Missouri can do that, you don't think Oklahoma and Texas can do it? Yeah.
I mean, I think sometimes people look at A&M and expect and think that would be the same, but A&M is not on the same.
They're always talking about how A&M's better. A&M was the better choice to come in, but Missouri's produced more. Everybody talks about how Missouri sucks and how they was a bad ad and how they don't deserve to be in here. They went to the freaking title game 2 times, which is 2 times more than a lot of teams in the conference that's been in the conference since the 1930s.
Yeah. Oklahoma will not look like Texas A&M in any way in the SEC. That I can guarantee you.
He's not talking about Jeff Payton. He's talking about Rush Probst. Josh Niblett succeeded Rush Probst. So
I'm definitely talking about Rush Probst. That was his name for sure.
Mary Caroline says she has an Arkansas friend who likes to talk trash about Oklahoma being knocked around the SEC next year. That program would know all about that. Yeah, Arkansas would know. They've been knocked around. Now, when Arkansas first came in, they done all right. They even went to the SEC title game 1 year. But as the years progressed, Arkansas has become pretty irrelevant. So if I was Arkansas, I would probably not be saying shit like that because they're probably going to fall further back in the pecking order once Texas and Oklahoma get here.
Again, not the same. The brand is not the same. They're just not.
Oh, shit. I see a fucking donkey in the house.
Uh-oh, ladies and gentlemen. Help me welcome to the stage.
Here he is, the Razorback retard.
Oh, man. I've been listening to you since work, bro, all the way driving home and everything. I was like, yep. Oh, man. I've been waiting to get home.
Oh, you was driving. Oh, that's even better.
Yes.
I bet
Hey,
he was like,
Leanne's-
God damn it, get out of the way. I need to get home.
I had about 9 reps, I think, on the way home.
Look at Leanne Livers. She's coming hot. She's coming hot with her comment about Texas. Check out Leanne Livers.
I don't see it.
Or is it
I
live?
see it right here.
Oh, she said F Texas.
I got you. I'll come in 1 second. I'll just take over.
It's
Don't
coming
worry.
in hot, man. I like it.
She also said this: Alabama and Georgia and LSU. That's the 3 OU will be in the mix with. Maybe LSU. I don't know. Maybe LSU. I don't know, man. I see more maybe along the lines of Auburn,
Who?
Oklahoma.
Oh, get out of here, man.
Auburn won. Hey, Auburn's won a national championship now. Auburn
outta
won a
here.
national championship.
I know what you're doing, dude. I know what you're doing.
Auburn's actually won just as many national titles as y'all have.
No.
Before
I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing. I know what both of y'all are doing. So you can stop too, Corn Dog Lewis.
But I have to give you one thing though. I don't know why, but you had me triggered on the whole born in Arkansas thing. I have to give you that. I was like, why am I so pissed about that? Like, I'm not born in Arkansas.
I'd be pissed too. I'd be mad too. That's why I said it, because I'm like,
Oh man.
I think to myself, what would piss me off? If someone said I was from Arkansas, that would piss me off.
Oh man.
Big Cojones Kelly just made a $2 donation. When you start putting together Big Cojones Kelly's donations tonight, he's up there.
Me and him, I've been trying to trigger it. Whew.
John Christophic says Leanne is angry tonight. I like Leanne's energy.
So you got me on
Leanne's coming with
IBS.
big time energy.
Captain IBS Neckbeard. Yes.
Holy crap, bro.
God damn, I thought that was a nickname guru. That's a nickname from hell right there. Now we need to have Big Cojones.
Oh, that's because listen, I know where
invite to get on here, Big Cojones.
Oh my gosh.
I know where Thibodeau's from. That's what they do, man. You don't want to mess around with these guys, dude. They cut hard.
With them coons.
Coon asses.
Swamp rats.
Hey man, don't disrespect on my coon ass people, man. I can't have that. I can't have that.
Man, I forgot you're from Louisiana. I forgot you was a half breed.
That's right. Hey. Do not disrespect the motherland.
Shit.
You must pay respect to the motherland. You will not have any of that.
Them real Cajun people, I really can't understand what they say.
Let him know though. JBC wouldn't be where he's at if it wasn't for those Oklahoma fans.
You're right about that.
Hey, Sooner Nation, Sooner Nation, it's a mutual thing. I think Sooner Nation was a big fan of the Jonathan Lewis football with Jonathan Lewis.
100%, of course.
As well. And so, it's a love kind of thing.
I'll be honest with you, I had more support from Oklahoma fans. I had more definitely Oklahoma viewers than I did Alabama, which is
Oklahoma
wild.
fans are like that cool uncle who, gets drunk every once in a while a little bit too much and kind of acts like a fool here and there, but good people and love their football, love their Sooners. You gotta how can you not have anything but love and respect for that?
John Christophic, he sympathizes with you. He said he'd be upset too if he's born in Arkansas, man. So don't feel bad about it. Own that shit.
In all honesty, I wasn't born in Arkansas, but I'd lived there for a long time. In Hot Springs, Arkansas, to be exact.
Cojones Kelly is saying send him an invite, and I'm just telling you, I don't know. That's a lot of heat to bring up in one spot. That's a lot of heat.
Big Cojones Kelly don't want this.
Oh, I'm here tonight. I'm letting you know right now. I'm here for the fight.
Hey,
Yeah.
I forgot
I got on work.
I forgot I had a 247 membership, and I was thinking, man, I need to find the rankings for the recruiting. And I remembered, I think I got a damn membership to that shit. And I ain't even been using it.
Do you have to pay to see the rankings?
Yeah. There's certain
24/7 rankings, you do. Yeah, you do, absolutely do.
That's what I was showing him earlier.
Because I was looking at their rankings that I can see that I don't pay for. I don't know what I'm looking at them. And Oklahoma was 8, but I guess they're slipping to 10.
That's what they got projected right now.
This is all projected, bro. This shit's going to move so much.
Well, I said tomorrow is signing day, so it'll move a little bit tomorrow.
Early signing period.
I'm kind of, man, I got to be honest with you. I'd be lying if I said I'm not always nervous on signing day because you just never know what can happen with these kids, man.
Look down here, Jonathan. Look at this shit.
Already. No.
Look
I
at
got my phone set for special alerts just for
Look.
USC, dude.
Look at that.
Now.
South Carolina, the real USC.
Actually,
South Carolina.
Actually,
Ahead of USC.
What?
Right now, Oklahoma is ranked number 7 right now in 247. So if they slip to 10, that'll kind of suck, man.
You know, this is the ones that they're showing me right now in 247 Sports. And they got, like I said, they got South Carolina ranked 15th and USC 19th. So I guess South Carolina is now the real USC, right?
No matter how you cut it, this falls way, way short of what Lincoln Riley himself, who said, this is going to be the mecca of college football. I'm going to put a fence around California. And now he sits at number 19. He's getting Kansas State's sloppy seconds at quarterback. His star, Malachi, just bounced. And by the way, if his progression as a player was the problem, then that's on Lincoln Riley too. So no matter how you cut it, it's a failure up to this point.
Bro, I thought one of the funniest things I hate when you cover. Hang on, I can't do this. There, I can't see his face. I hate when a player transfers and all you hear is he wasn't going to be the starter or he wasn't cut out or whatever it may be. The dude was the number 1. He was the top 3 quarterback coming out of high school.
He was number 1.
Malachi Nelson. Yes, most people had him. I thought he was I had him at 3, or behind Lagway, or not Lagway, the kid that went to Tennessee, right, and a couple others. But like, just sit there and say that he wasn't panning out. Who's that on?
It's 100% on Lincoln Riley, man.
Bro.
And by the way, like I was saying earlier, the players he's losing to the portal, these are not just your typical players that are entering the portal. These are Tackett Curtis
players.
Tackett Curtis and Damani Jackson started every game last year, man.
Yeah, you could say that about Malachi Nelson because Malachi Nelson wasn't starting. As a quarterback, he wasn't starting, but those guys are starters and they're transferring. So, and I know you said they said that they're 7th, but the updated rankings that I got's got Oklahoma sliding down to 10th.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Though. That's projected.
But then tomorrow that could change.
It would be disappointing, but at the same time, man, I feel like as long as BV can continually recruit top 10 classes with an occasional 4 or 5 ranked class, to me, that's good enough for him to be able to do some pretty damn good things. At least be able to replicate what they were doing at Clemson.
Yep. Fred Bagley there. I'll give him comment of the day. Can't recruit to OU.
Yeah.
What'd you think about that?
Well, and by the way, that's the other thing too. Brent Venables has outperformed Lincoln Riley in the recruiting. It's not even close.
What'd you think about that one that I brought up earlier? This one right here, Jonathan.
Florida State's
probably going to go to the Big Ten now because they've been talking shit on the SEC.
Well, so from what, I've read multiple reports that saying that, of course, after they've calmed their feathers down a little bit, that they're going to basically have to leave the ACC. I think now I think everyone's coming to this agreement that there's only going to be 2. I personally think at the end of the day, you're going to have 2 big conferences, right? And I think that's the best way we could go about this. I think the ACC will go away. Obviously, the Pac-12 is going away. I think eventually Everybody's going away, I think, except the North and the South. To put it in terms of like that, or maybe I don't know how else to explain it. I did a video on it, a year and a half ago on this. I really do feel like they're all going away, bro.
Well, there's going to be a third conference stay around. It'd probably be the Big 12. That might be the only other conference that has a chance to survive would be the Big 12.
Yeah.
That's just because where they're located. And a lot of those teams, nobody wants them anyway.
And I think it has a lot to do with the TV contracts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see it being the Big Three, all kidding aside. You got 3 big conferences.
I heard the Florida State to the Big Ten thing was actually there where they preferred to go. Is that
Yeah,
correct?
they went out and tried to get their AAU status because that's some kind of thing that they like to have. They even give Notre Dame AAU status here recently. I wonder why they did that. They're not even a research institution. They're going to give them AAU status?
Yeah. No, that's ridiculous.
Hell,
Man.
the Nagasaki egg roll is going to have AAU status for long.
Hey,
every time, bro. That shit gets
great. It's a great program. It's a great franchise. Y'all know how I feel about the Nagasaki egg rolls. Tradition.
This right here, and it is the whole landscape is crazy to me. I think. I'm reaching way out there. I think in like 20 years, we're not even going to recognize anything to do with what we're talking about right now, as far as where the teams are positioned, as far as conferences and divisions and all that shit goes.
They're probably going to end up, if they do what you say, they have just 2 conferences, they might end up dropping some teams too.
Yeah.
Teams that are not drawing, like Mississippi State, Vanderbilt, teams like that, Purdue, teams like that don't draw, they might cut them. They might start, instead of expanding, they might start cutting teams and get down to about 50 or 60 teams and then recreate a Division I AA for those teams that get left out.
I agree. It's going to be interesting, man. I don't know if I really like it, to be honest with you. The 2 super conference thing is, I don't know, man. It's just kind of, it does kind of change it fundamentally for me. So I don't know how much I really like it, but at the same time, I don't think there's any stopping it at this point because it's all driven by the money. And those games would just, can you imagine the matchups, man? God, you're talking about just superstar matchups. What are you laughing at? Man?
He said OU runs laps around Auburn.
They do.
Auburn said they're going to whoop y'all's ass.
I knew you were going to say that shit.
Auburn going to give y'all a nickname.
Let's be honest.
Y'all gonna have a corn dog nickname.
Auburn can't hold Oklahoma's jock.
Auburn gonna call y'all the Sooner Mutts.
Auburn can call us whatever the hell they want. It doesn't change the fact that they're Auburn and we're Oklahoma.
All this is Auburn's fault, man. They don't want to start that corn dog shit. Now they're gonna start the Sooner Mutt shit.
Auburn is the only stadium I've ever been where I almost got in a fist fight with someone in the line in the concessions. It's the only one.
You didn't let them punk you out, did you?
Huh?
You didn't let them punk you out, did you?
No.
You slapped one of them corn dogs.
No. He did not punk me out.
Stupid. Oh man.
Homeboy would have had about 8 to 10 drunk coon asses on his face faster than he would have known what was going on.
Who went back and claimed the national championship from 100 years ago? Copenhagen says he's going to go back and claim national championships from 100 years ago. It's kind of sad. We're even better than that. Even if we had 0, I wouldn't want that.
Yeah, I'm not.
Who's claiming one? I don't know. What team are you talking about? So now you ain't talking about Alabama because I can shoot that shit down quick.
Well, you just became an Alabama fan. What?
Yeah, screw you.
Dude, I was trying my best to get you wrong, though. Name a coach before Nick Saban.
This ain't USC Jackass.
Oh, man.
You know, USC Jackass, he don't know anything outside Pete Carroll.
Oh, man.
Oh man, I get so tired of them talking
I said,
about.
he was on Jonathan's show, and I was like, Ted Tollner. And he's like, what are y'all talking about? What's that? Ted Tollner.
Oh yeah, I can't stand when they start talking about this shit.
Killer Breeze can do his voice good. That Sauce voice. What is it?
Whose voice?
USC Jackass.
USCJ. Come on in, come on in, come on in. It's the top of the morning. It's the top of the morning. I hope everybody's out there getting something going and cracking.
Dipping in the sauce, right?
He's lost in the barbecue sauce.
Oh, man.
Him and the marshmallow out there laughing
Listen,
at each other.
I'll say this. The dude is he's a I almost feel bad because I give him hell as often as I can. But I mean, man, he says some ridiculous things, you know, and he's now acting like all of a sudden Dante what's his last name that they just hired to be the DC from UCLA.
Culpepper?
Yeah.
No,
Dante Culpepper?
not Dante Culpepper.
Jonathan said, yeah.
I was going to keep going with it, dude. I was going to me and him get bad sometimes.
I can't remember his last name. Anyway, he's talking about how Lincoln Riley's putting together the best defensive staff ever. I'm just like, come on, dude. You can't say things like that and then have us expect to take you seriously. That said, he's got a good voice, man. He's good at what he does. I give it to him. He just says ridiculous things and he's not realistic. You know, he just sunshine pumps, and I can't get down with that.
He appeases to his fans. I always say, like, he appeases to his viewers. His viewers are only USC fans. I'm not going to blame the guy for doing what he's doing.
No, and he's been successful. I mean, man, I've seen them have him on now. A couple of the highly watched shows have had him on as a personality now a couple of times. And you know, so he's doing well. I mean, and more power to him, man. I hope everybody, all the small players get success, you know.
Rhino 26 in the house. He's a big donor to the program. Give him a fist
What's
bump.
up, Rhino?
A big fist bump for Rhino 26 is in the house. By the way, if y'all don't mind, jump out of the chat. We're over 50 people now, so jump out of the chat and hit that like button. We'll get more people up in here. Also, if you want to push your comment to the top, there's a little money dollar sign at the bottom with a circle around it. Just click on that. Write your comment out. It'll highlight it after you make the donation, and we'll read it out. At least me and Killer will. I don't know if the Arkansas people can over in the right corner.
Yeah, okay. Keep talking.
We put you right next to
man. Listen, you're kicking a hornet's nest with Jonathan. He's got his
we put
Jonathan in hand.
It's
he said he's glad you come in here because he ain't beside that damn unicorn over there.
He's getting lubed up, and he's about to take no chit from nobody, man.
They got lubed up in Arkansas more ways than
If you were to do this tomorrow, it would have been game over because it would have been my Friday.
Jack Acker with a $5 donation. Breaking news from the University of Southern California. Lincoln Riley is leaving USD to his old stomping grounds in OU. Early April Fools. Jack, that's not funny. That's not funny, man.
It is funny as long as it ain't Alabama. Usually be like Alabama. He's coming to Alabama.
That's not
Con time's coming to Alabama. Con time
Kelly.
Alabama. Con time Deion Sanders.
Con time. Yeah, Jack, I don't appreciate your sense of humor there. Not funny at all. But I do appreciate the donation. Thank you. Man, you see, y'all done scared my dog, man. My dog's getting up now.
You wouldn't want Lincoln Riley back as your offensive coordinator?
Fuck no.
I did not see that Evan Stewart is leaving Texas A&M.
Danton Lynn, thank you. Shit, that was his name. They're acting like Danton Lynn, and now they hired the guy from North Dakota State, and now one of the freaking cornerbacks coach from Houston. They're trying to make him sound like he's the next, second coming of Buddy Ryan Jr. So it just, it's ridiculous.
Who's this again?
Thank you, Jeff. And thank you, Jack. Like, share, subscribe, add, and multiply. That's right.
Marshall's beating UTSA right now, 7-0.
Hey, how about my Sooners in basketball, man? Number 7. Still undefeated.
My damn team can't beat a ranked team. We're 6-4 now.
Are you really?
Yeah.
I think we're playing Arizona tonight or tomorrow night. We're supposed to be playing number 1 team tomorrow night.
We play North Carolina tomorrow night.
We're playing Arizona tonight or tomorrow night. It's supposed to be a late game, like 9 or 10 o'clock.
We play North Carolina tomorrow night. North Carolina just lost to Kentucky, so they slipped a little bit in the ranking. They're now 11 where we were, and we jumped up to 7, which I think they're probably ranked a little high.
Yeah, we've had a hell of a schedule. Alabama has. We're 6-4, but we've lost to some good teams. We did beat Oregon. For all you Oregon people now, Alabama did beat Oregon in basketball this year.
Well, we knocked the Skittle shitters out of the rankings. So how about that? That was awesome.
That's got to suck. Not only do y'all own them in recruiting and football, but now you bullying them in basketball.
Yeah,
ain't y'all got any heart whatsoever, man? Y'all picking on them all the time for man.
No, they kicked the hornet's nest, and it is not going away anytime soon. I can tell you that.
Is Alabama playing Arizona tomorrow?
That's what I'm looking right now. Hang on.
Alabama's playing the number 1 team either tonight or tomorrow night.
Caleb Witten says, when Lincoln Riley loses to Louisville in the Holiday Bowl and finishes 7-6, do you think he'll be fired or on the hot seat? That would be funny. Yeah, that would be funny. And
I don't think they'll fire him for that. But I think next year he'll definitely
they won't fire him.
He'll be on the hot seat next year.
Yeah.
If he fucking excuse my language. If he goes 8-4,
your excuse.
If he goes 8-4 or worse next year, I think he will be on the hot seat.
I think they might let him go if he goes. If he went 7-5 again, I think they might, man. They'll
probably let him go if he goes 9-3.
They play Arizona, which is ranked number 4, by the way, tomorrow.
Yeah,
I thought Arizona's ranked number 1.
Well, according to ESPN, they're 4.
Yeah, ESPN sucks.
You suck, maybe.
Mary Caroline. She brought the Caroline back.
What's that?
That's what I'm talking about.
Look at you.
See, look at that.
Kill Breeze, man.
Changes in the world.
Kill Breeze such a Mac daddy. He's got women renaming themselves for him.
We're making positive changes in the world. Mary Caroline. See, that has a nice ring.
He told her to rename herself, and she went and done it because he's the man.
Damn, you got some shit I don't have.
You got some big cojones.
Well, I mean, just look at it, doesn't it? It has a good ring to it, right? Mary Caroline. There you go.
You got a train.
He's never been.
You got a train already.
Don't make this weird, man.
He makes everything weird.
He's trying to change it. I saw him struggling. He's trying to change the subject. He didn't want me to keep on talking.
I'm trying not to go with it. I promise you, Killer. I'm trying not to go with it.
You can't stop it. You can't stop it. You can only hope to contain it. Try to.
Yeah.
By the way,
really ridiculous.
By the way, did any of y'all watch that Kobe Covington Leon Edwards fight this past weekend?
Oh my gosh, bro!
With all the shit that Kobe Covington talked, that was, I mean, damn.
Were you talking about that guy's dead father or something?
Yeah, that was terrible, man.
And he got his ass whooped too.
He got his ass whipped. The only thing that they were talking about was that Edwards spent the last couple of minutes in the last round on his back instead of in a controlling position. But other than that, he dominated him from start to finish. And Covington, who's known for being aggressive, really wasn't aggressive at all. I mean, in the first 3 rounds, it's like his corner was begging him to start fighting, and he just oddly was being very timid.
Shit's fixed, man.
Talked all that noise and then went out like that. I thought that was. I don't know if anybody else
It's
saw
like
that.
boxing, man. I don't trust none of it, man. I think
Becca Has Thoughts says it was beautiful to see him get his ass handed to him. Damn, Becca. Becca does have thoughts. She's thinking Colby Covington needs to get his ass whipped.
So what do you want Becca to name herself? You want her to drop the Has Thoughts? You want to give her last name?
No, I like Becca Has Thoughts is nice. I see you working.
Those wheels are turning, and I'm waiting for them.
I see you working, man.
Oh, man.
Even if I was a billionaire, I'd rather live in Oklahoma, Alabama, or Arkansas than live in Los Angeles.
Yeah, I'll agree with you 100% on that one.
I have to give you that.
Kelly, you getting the corn dogs out? I had to do it at least once.
He didn't hear you.
Oh, he didn't.
He's got the.
What'd you say?
He got that coon ass in his
Oh,
ear.
that. I said, are you getting the corn dogs out of the oven?
No corn dogs tonight.
You put some of that yellow mustard on there. It looks like LSU's helmets.
I'm not gonna lie though, I like corn dogs with ketchup.
Man, I'm not gonna have you disrespecting the Tigers either, man. I'm not gonna have that either.
Oh yeah, I forgot he's a LSU fan too. Oh god.
He graduated from LSU.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
I just
That
like
always-
LSU fans. They try to tell me their helmets are gold and they're not.
No, I don't think any LSU fan says that helmets are gold. They're not gold.
They do.
The
I used to
colors are
argue with them
gold.
about it. I'm like, man, have y'all seen Notre Dame's helmets in Boston College and Army? That's gold. Bunch of colorblind coon
man.
asses, man.
Bro.
Their colors are purple and gold,
No, they're not.
but
They're
the
yellow.
helmets are yellow.
Y'all look like the Lakers.
No. They do look like the Lakers, but their colors are purple and gold.
I will say this: if you've never had it, Duvel, they need to become a sponsor of this show or something because holy crap, it's a Belgian beer I picked up from
Arkansas backwash.
It's actually an import beer to be exact.
Is that the beer with the shovels on it?
No,
It comes from Arkansas.
that's the glass that it comes with.
It's that Arkansas shit from the hot springs of Arkansas.
Damn, man, you drinking beer out of a glass? That's fancy.
Nice. It came with it. Shit, I saw it and it was on sale, and I was like, well, I guess I'm trying something new.
He's rich, man.
Rich, get the hell out of here.
He's my silent partner. He just don't let y'all know.
It's so
He
funny
said-
because JP. Go ahead.
I will say this about Louisiana. When I went to New Orleans, there were so many smoking hot chocolate mamas. Shit, Jack.
Mm-hmm.
Jonathan knows about that.
I'm not gonna say. I'm not disagreeing with that.
Yeah. Well, we can open a can of worms for real.
Damn it, Jack.
Damn, old boy.
That I'm not going to disagree with.
Jonathan got the jungle fever. Jonathan got that jungle fever.
Oh my lord, man!
Well, that was today's installment of I Did Not See That Coming.
Oh man,
By
IBS
Jack
neck
Hacker.
beard.
But yeah, Jack, you're right. That's 100% correct.
Hey,
Vic
did you
Owner
see,
says, "Shut your mouth, IBS neckbeard, Jonathan."
dude, that shit is so funny. I wanna
Hey,
get
look,
deep
man.
into
I
that.
colored my beard for you, Jonathan. See that?
I noticed it's all
Touch
black.
of color. A touch
Or
of color.
brown.
Just
I
a
can't
sprinkle
tell.
of color. Why
You
you,
need
why you trying to look younger, man? You about to go out on the prowl? Why you trying to look younger?
No,
Are you,
man.
are you talking about me or are you talking about JPC over
I'm
there?
talking about JPC.
He does that occasionally.
Oh,
I do color.
I've noticed that he's good for coloring once every 7 to 8 months.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Too
Yeah.
lazy to color it all the time, man.
Which
Oh,
product
man.
do you use?
Just for women's, what he
Good for
uses.
men.
Cojones Kelly's gonna try to get me in trouble too. I can't.
Jonathan used just for queers on his.
He's so stupid.
Just
Yeah,
Holy crap, bro.
you got that one. You got that.
So stupid. I almost spit my beer out. What the hell, man?
That's right.
How expensive this shit was.
Cock garage mouth over there. Someone parked the balls on your chin.
Oh, you're getting funny now that you have a black beard.
oh man.
Black
Oh,
beard.
The guy puts a touch of color in his beard, and he all of a sudden he becomes an assassin.
yeah, I know. I'd hate to see him with fucking hair.
I already showed you when I had hair.
That's what I'm saying. You would have been a monster. You would have been on the prowl back then, bro.
I was like damn Billy.
Now you got Peyton. Now you got Peyton joining the debauchery over here.
I know, right?
Yeah, Fred, you're right. This is going south with the quickness.
Look at there.
Oh man.
Jeff Payton.
Oh God damn it!
Jeff Payton be looking like Paul Feinbaum. He's trying to talk on me.
Well, if you've ever seen this show, de-sponsor so quick.
Yeah. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen,
Oh,
for your
God.
sponsorship tonight.
All right, I just got a white strike
I
on the
can't
channel. man.
breathe.
Y'all just made me get a white strike for saying queer.
God.
Well, technically, that is a word. I mean, it's not like it
Oh,
doesn't.
I
have a
tried to
meaning.
say the most politically correct, vulgar one I could find. I don't want to say what I really want to say.
Oh man, no, blame me. Do not blame me for this. It tends to happen
Yeah,
a lot.
ever since it's right. Ever since you joined, man, this shit went south. Like the Arkansas backwoods.
Oh man, my stomach hurts now.
John Ritchie is calling it out.
Jonathan's gonna be an extra in Deliverance too.
Caleb saying he's heard after this year, OU will finish with football upgrades, new press box, new faculties, north side of the stadium. Can't wait yet. They've got a pretty big upgrade plan.
Seriously, I heard Florida State had one of their defensive players set out today too. I can't remember his name now, but
How you gonna interrupt him?
Why? No, for what?
he was finished.
No, I wouldn't. Stop interrupting people.
What he sat out? The Florida State player jumped in a portal. What are you saying?
Well, no, he entered the NFL draft. He's one of their best defensive players.
Yeah.
So, now they'll have an excuse when Georgia just decimates their ass TCU style right there in Miami in front of God and everybody in Cuba. They're going to get their ass handed to them.
I think they will.
What the hell's Cuba got to do?
Cuba right down there by Miami.
Oh,
think
yeah.
they
Their
will.
ass is going to get whooped so bad you can see that shit from Cuba.
Unfortunate for Florida State that they will play a Georgia team that has a chip on their shoulder from not being in the college football playoff. It's going to be ugly.
Whew.
Steven
Yeah.
Norris says he's going to be off in an hour and catch up. My roommate got 4 blunts rolled. My comment about SEC football is OU will surprise LSU in Baton Rouge next year.
Ooh, so
That
you're
is
calling
going
the
to be.
OU
Let me tell you
upset.
something. That's going to be a real hard game for Oklahoma to win. That's going to be it's almost guaranteed. That's going to be a night game in Baton Rouge. Oklahoma.
You ain't going to know who to root for.
Oh no, there's no question of who I'm going to root for.
Yeah, he's rooting for LSU.
No.
Definitely. You graduate,
I'm rooting
you're
for
alumni. You can't be doing
You
that.
have to root for LSU, right?
You got to root
No.
for your alumni, man.
No. I'm an alumni of Oklahoma. I didn't graduate there, but that doesn't mean I'm not an alumni. I went to school there. I'm a Sooner fan, die-hard Sooner fan. That never changes. I love LSU, and as long as they're not playing Oklahoma, I'll ride with them forever.
So you'll have a
But
mistress.
playing in Tiger Stadium at night is that's going to be an environment the likes of which outside of a bowl game, I don't know that they're going to ever have experienced anything like that.
He's saying they will not be surprised. He said they will
They won't be
kick
surprised.
Oklahoma's ass.
They won't be surprised because, contrary to popular belief, it's not that hard to win the LSU. Alabama's done it a lot of times. We've been undefeated in Baton Rouge from 69 to 2000.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you
Alabama is
can
the
score a couple
only
touchdowns, shut up, they'll be all right.
Alabama is the only team that's ever had that kind of success in Tiger
Yeah.
Stadium. And by the way, LSU has had some similar success in Tuscaloosa. So
That is true now. It's
Yeah.
a weird series. It is a weird series.
Makes no sense. Well, it's a lot like Auburn.
Yeah,
I mean,
Auburn.
I think there was a stretch of 7 or 8 years where they literally swapped winning in each other's stadium year after year.
I cannot stand playing in Auburn, man.
It makes no sense.
I mean, they were seriously be 2-9 or some shit. And
Yep.
push us to fucking 5 overtimes. Be
Auburn
playing the game until fucking Sunday morning, man.
Yeah, Auburn sucks, man.
Oh man.
Oh, but they don't play New Mexico State.
Yeah,
They get beat by 21 in Jordan Hare. I thought y'all said it's tough playing down here. Damn, New Mexico State come here and won by 21. It ain't tough to play here. What the hell's wrong with you, Alabama?
So do you think Hugh
Fire
Freeze
Nick
is gonna do
Saban.
anything?
Fire his ass. Fire.
Is Hugh Freeze going to do anything in Auburn? You got Lewis is falling out of his chair.
Holy crap, bro.
Pops in that beer or something, man. There's some of that San Antonio sprinkle in there.
We need to get
He's
some of
just
that
fired
beer.
up tonight.
He told me he was going to buy some shrooms from work the other day.
Jonathan is leaning.
Oh my no,
It's
it's just
kinda
because it's funny because oh my god, bro. All year, 2 years, 3 years, I've heard this dude talk about fire Nick Saban. Fire Nick Saban.
Who?
Every chance, the guy right top left, jackass, hosting this thing.
I didn't say fire him.
Yeah, you
I
did.
said-
Shut up,
I
lion.
said resign.
Shut the hell up, lion, dude.
Resign Nick Saban in style.
No, you
Yeah,
said
he's
fire.
fine.
You said
It's like
fire.
Buzz Lightyear falling with style.
I think that's true. There is some
Oh.
merit to that. So you think Saban should just ride until he just can't do it anymore?
No, absolutely not. But I mean, you can't. Just because you win a natty doesn't mean you
I'm
should
concerned
retire.
He's going to start slipping, man, and it's going to taint his legacy. That's all I'm concerned about.
Mary Caroline says Lincoln Riley has hair plugs.
Who?
Oh man,
Where's that?
Lincoln Riley, right
It's
down
in the
here.
comments
You old
section.
ass, can't read. And them Alabama education.
You got more hair plugs. Got something else plugged.
Oh man, Big Cajones is coming after me tonight, man. I'm about the neck, but I got to shave it. Should I keep growing it out or shave it?
No.
Oh, you got to roll with that.
I got to roll it. I got to keep growing it out.
Yeah, man.
I don't know how the woman's gonna like it. I'll keep growing it out though.
Well, that's
Y'all was talking about Lincoln Riley's got hair plugs, man. And y'all
Damn, bro.
He also has a-
Oklahoma, man. He feared for his life, man, before he left there. He said he had
his
he had to
ass.
get his kids out of there, man. He said that y'all were just like threatening him, and even though he had a 17-foot wall around his damn house, y'all were coming after him.
That's Jesse. Jesse thought you were
Now, he
talking about butt
literally,
plugs.
he
He got
literally
excited.
said that shit. I'm not making that shit up. He said that shit.
Yeah, he did. He says a lot of things. He says a lot of things that don't happen to be true.
Yeah, he does need some butt plugs. I think he thought Oklahoma was going to put the effing on him before he left.
Hey, Becca has more thoughts. Becca's had some more thoughts.
Everybody
Oh man, I wish. Trust
John
me.
came in here with the damn shrooms and got everybody spiked.
Shrooms. Damn.
No. You see this shirt? Whoo, man.
What does it say? Shrooms? You got a mushroom on it.
It's got to work. Hell no, I wish. But
You don't get us
wish,
shut down, man.
Shut up.
We're going to have a damn raid on my house here in a little bit.
raid on your
I got
house.
damn drugs up in here or some shit.
No, dude, it's just been needed though. Like, Man, the whole way I was driving back, like I said, I had that shit, man, ready to go. I was like, yep, wait till I get on the damn show tonight.
That's right.
I bet he run a couple of red lights trying to get in here.
I was speeding. I'm
IBS
not
will make you
lying.
do that.
That was a good one, actually. You probably would.
And IBS,
Oh, man.
eating them corn dogs.
I don't think my eyes would be that white, too, if I was smoking anything. So,
I wouldn't know.
Mine either.
I've never done shrooms.
yeah.
You're a bad influence.
What? I'm not smoking. Well, can you? I don't know. Can you smoke shrooms? I don't know much about.
Where are you?
I'd rather snort crack off a woman's ass like they do in Wolf of Wall Street.
Cocaine, you mean?
Yeah,
You idiot.
Man. They're not smoking crack off her ass.
Yeah, I was sniffing her crack. Man.
Bro.
Sniffing that damn cocaine off the crack of her ass.
Oh, shit, bro.
That
Oh,
would be
man.
some smelly crack.
Y'all gonna get us shut down.
Oh, John Ritchie's trying to start things. John Ritchie's trying to start things.
What happened?
John Ritchie's trying to start things.
I don't see nothing. Oh, okay, I see it now. Where'd he go? Jonathan, clicking on it. I told you his ass been doing shrooms tonight. We down in Smurf Village. We went down to Smurf Village and ate a bunch of damn mushrooms. I bet he sees
Oh,
one.
man.
I bet he sees one of these damn things right now.
You're
Damn
stupid.
shrooms.
Never done it. I don't think it's funny.
Jay or Marshmallow may
Oh.
squat you because they're hurt feelings for USC.
Bro, I haven't laughed this hard in a long time.
Woo!
I'm
Damn.
like hot,
They
right?
trying to get you started on the Marshmallow, ain't he?
I think so.
John
I think
Ritchie.
so.
Who's Marshmallow? John Ritchie? I done forgot. Y'all re-elaborate on that because I've done forgot. Who the hell is Marshmallow?
Jack says, "Do I live in Texas? Go to Longhorn Stadium in full OU gear and plant a booming flag on top of the stadium." So, Jack, I lived in Austin for 13 years. My first year was at the beginning of Oklahoma's 5-year run where they won 5 consecutive games. I was at a couple of them, including when Adrian Peterson ran for over 200 yards.
Damn.
And I wore this Oklahoma hat and my OU gear everywhere in Austin. And yeah, I took a lot of shit, but I also gave a lot of it back. So I'm just shy of planting that flag, like you said. And if I had a chance to do it, I would do it in a heartbeat.
I heard that the SEC is going to do away with neutral site games, and that Oklahoma and Texas are going to have to start playing home and home.
I hope not. I hope not. The Cotton Bowl, man. The Cotton Bowl is a part of that
Playing a
game.
flag right there at Gaylord Stadium.
The Cotton Bowl. The Cotton Bowl is an important part of that game. It's a part of it. What makes it so good, man.
Let me ask you a question real quick. These Oklahoma fans were correcting me the other day because I forgot Benny Owens. I was talking about y'all's great
The
coaches,
first.
Bud Wilkinson and all that. And I
Benny
look back at it, and it seems to me that he coached like from 1906 to 1925 or something like that.
Yeah. Well, had one arm.
I think that the reason why they named the field after him is because back then they didn't know they could be as great as they ended up being. Because in reality, that stadium should be named after Bud Wilkinson, not Benny Owens.
So I don't necessarily disagree with that, but Benny Owen was pretty successful, and he was a huge part of Oklahoma athletics in general. So the stadium being named after him makes sense. Now, should it be named after Bud instead? Now, Godfather, you see, you didn't have to put that. You didn't have to do that. You didn't have to do that.
Hey, why did y'all name y'all center Gaylord?
I'm not going to have you disrespecting the Gaylord family either. Add that to the list too.
Hey, don't worry, people.
I'm gonna have to ask you to step off.
Disrespect Saban and Bear Bryant all the time, so I'm used to it.
No,
we had an Auburn guy actually go to Bear Bryant's grave and put shit on it.
Yeah, like no shit. Yeah, I remember when that happened. Good Lord. I do remember when that happened. That was just a couple of years ago.
disrespecting the Bear.
Yeah.
Yes. The actual grave.
Seriously, I'm not saying it's to troll. I'm being for real when I say,
How
should
dare?
y'all name something after Bud Wilkinson? I mean, as
Yeah.
great as he was, y'all have anything named after him?
You know, honestly, now that you say that, I can't. There's got to be some kind of Bud Wilkinson center on campus or something, but maybe not. I mean, I know there's a Switzer Center, and
Well, I think it happened like with Alabama. We got a head coach named Red Drew, and he was decent, but you know, Bear Bryant hadn't got here yet, and so we named a street after him. But he really wasn't that great. It's just that back then they thought that was great, but it ended up being that y'all were so much greater afterwards. You know, with Bud Wilkinson and Barry Switzer and even Bob Stoops to a degree, and I guess what was it, Chuck Fairbanks in between there somewhere?
yeah, Fairbanks was in there in between. Correct.
These comments, bro.
Yeah, Lord Fokker.
Just going down to the comments is amazing. Amazing tonight.
That's a pretty epic movie.
It's a great movie.
Ned Caroline says there's 5 B's: Benny, Bud, Barry, Bob, Bitch, and Brent.
I almost spit out my beer.
You got good, boy.
I've never seen that before.
Wow.
Good. The bitch
That's
out
pretty-
west.
But the problem is, Bitch never won anything. He's the champion of nothing.
We won a Big 12 title, right?
Yeah, he won Big 12 titles, but Bob Stoops won.
See, I'm not making fun of the Big 12 now. You making fun of them, not me.
Unfortunately, he will be a part.
Well,
he'll be known.
now, hold on a second. I'll say this: no matter how much stronger the SEC was than the Big 12, to win that many Big 12 championships is impressive. Nobody else did it.
No, I agree.
What are we laughing at?
We're fighting between the comments.
Oh.
Jeff,
Everything's just funny tonight, man. Dude, I'm glad I'm only drinking one beer tonight. Holy crap!
Here's a random question of the day: Best Western. It's got to be Tombstone, right?
Yeah, it's not. That's
No,
not
Unforgiven.
a question.
Unforgiven. No,
I'll forgive you for saying that, but whatever.
No, what? Are you kidding me?
Unforgiven's all right, but it's not. It can't. I don't think it can hold it.
Tombstone.
It's got to be Tombstone to me.
Actually, me and JBC don't agree on a lot of things.
Hold on a second. Just hold on a minute. You're telling me that Clint Eastwood is not
here we go. Here we go. Go ahead. Let's hear it.
Are you serious?
I like Clint Eastwood, but I think Tombstone's got the best overall storyline and characters and whatnot.
Oh my God. No.
I mean, I don't know. Gene Hackman was all right too, I guess.
Somebody in the comments section, please tell these fools
Look,
that Unforgiven
and
is
Unforgiven is top. I'll give you that.
It was really good.
It was top 5, maybe.
Gene Hackman.
It's
No,
not-
it was top 3.
Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, Morgan Freeman's a pretty good actor too. I'm saying, I think my damn fire alarm being set off.
Hey man, you got to change the battery every once in a while. I mean, I know
Corn
it
dog.
sucks.
This is corn dog activator going off.
Just
I know it sucks, but you gotta change the battery on the smoke alarm.
Is that
every
really
once
your
in a while.
smoke alarm going off?
Yeah, I think she just burnt something in the kitchen.
Oh.
Tell her to make me some.
I think she burnt the corn dogs.
Hell Rider was good. True
Yeah.
Grit was good too. John Wayne
True
was
Grit,
great.
yeah.
Young Guns. I like Young Guns.
There we go. Big Cones Kelly. He hasn't liked me very much tonight, but
Wrong.
we're agreeing on this.
Wrong.
Yep. And Young Guns is right up there too. I love Young Guns. Both parts.
Wow.
Actually, usually when you do a part 2, it's not that good. But
I
part
like
2
Young Guns 2 better than 1.
It is pretty good. I think Bon Jovi even had a small part in part 2.
Probably. He did the soundtrack.
Corn Dog Alert.
Dude, you were just talking about this to me the other day.
Oh yeah, Goodfellas is a great movie. Yeah, as far as I think it's
Goodfellas is like a top 5.
he's talking about gangster movies now, but a lot of people try to put The Godfather up there, but Goodfellas is underrated, I think.
Oh, Goodfellas is the best. It's better than Godfather.
Yeah, it is.
Me too. Damn.
Casino is pretty good too. Lonesome Dove. I don't know, Fred. Roadhouse, Jack. First of all, Roadhouse is great.
Yeah, that's a great movie.
Yeah, I like that line where be nice until it's time not to be nice.
Patrick Swayze. What you think about Ghost?
Can't make the memberships work correctly. What do you think is going on with that, Jonathan?
That I don't know. I'd have to ask. Well, is it just canceling your membership or what? Like, what's going on with the membership? Are you joining and it's canceling, or I got to know what's going on?
If you're on an Apple phone, you're not going to be able to join it on your phone. You're going to have to go to your laptop or your computer.
Yeah, that it does require.
If you're on an Apple phone, you won't be able to join on a phone. You have to go to your laptop or your computer. I hate old Patrick Swayze passed away so young.
Yeah, it sucked.
Yeah.
If you ever saw the original Red Dawn with him in it?
Oh my gosh, bro.
I went and seen that at the movie theater, man. That was epic. Wolverines!
Yeah.
Scarface, excellent.
As far as nostalgic type movies, I do like Stand By Me. It sort of reminds me when I was a kid.
Stand By Me is great. Lost Boys is pretty good. I saw Lost Boys not too long ago. That was pretty good.
Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Damn, Jack.
The Phoebe Cates scene. Fast Times.
Jack, I want to believe that's true so bad. Please tell me that's true.
Yeah, the flip phone.
Yes, indeed.
There you go. Right there, Jonathan. It's another reason to be.
I can't agree with that. So I can't.
I love Android. I got an Android too, Mary Kay.
I can't agree with it. Sorry.
What?
She says just another reason to be a part of Team Android because you can't join YouTube memberships with an Apple phone, but you can with an Android phone.
But here's I can tell you. Look, I would agree with you if I didn't have everything set up through Apple, but Apple gets you by the cloud, by everything being connected, right? So I have to go Apple, man. Apple TV, computer, everything's Apple.
I don't like Apple at all.
I know you don't. It has somewhat sophistication to it.
It's just
it requires more than a turn on button, so he can't figure it out.
An epic retardation reset button or something.
Why is Thunder trying to be funny? I think Thunder's trying to be funny, man. We done moved past the corn dog thing, Thunder.
Obviously,
We ain't talking about corn dogs no more, man.
Your gig is up, man. They know. They know now.
Talking about corn dogs no more, Thunder.
You ever seen that movie where I can't remember his damn name now, where he was pretending like he was in the Special Olympics?
Oh, with Johnny Knoxville?
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about the documentary made about you when you was in Special.
I'm talking about Johnny Knoxville. He was pretending to be special, man. And they called on to him. They called on to him. He's like, "You ain't one of us." That's what the Oklahoma fans are doing. They're like, "Oh, you ain't one of us. You LSU."
Oh, you can't. You can't take shit away from me.
Oh man, you're trying
Back
to
to the
roast
Future
him while I'm
trilogy,
roasting
Teen
you.
Wolf. Teen Wolf. Now that's I
Jesus,
haven't
bro.
I don't know if I've seen that. I haven't seen that movie probably since I was a kid. I don't know if that one would hold up.
Team Android, baby.
Team Android.
Back to the Future trilogy. Yes, I love any movies
Oh yeah.
about going back to the future, even the chick flicks, like 13 going on 30. Jennifer Garner was smoking ass hot, by the way.
What's going on, Mike Wilkerson?
Who'd you say?
Jennifer Garner.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Jennifer Garner's beautiful, no doubt.
Put some respect.
What is
on
the other
name.
advantage to having the flip phone? The reaction of kids asking, "What's that?" Well, that and you don't have to deal with any of them.
You know when nobody's spying on you.
Oh Lord, I forgot you're paranoid as hell.
That's right.
Yeah, well, I can't deny him on that. I still don't have TikTok because I'm worried about the Chinese government.
Yeah, I just got TikTok because Jonathan kept sending me shit.
Yeah, I was. I was bombarding him with TikTok stuff.
Man, that's China, man.
I had to give in.
Look, we have no idea what even YouTube is really at this point. We're on it, so
You better be quiet, man. They might be listening.
That's true.
it's recording.
Best football movie is Friday Night Lights. I like Varsity Blues.
Oh my gosh, bro! Yes, comment of the day.
What about All the Right Moves? You don't remember that movie with Tom Cruise back in the day, the football movie?
Yeah.
You have no idea what I'm talking about, do you?
Tom Cruise.
Hey, hang on. I'm
Which
reading
one?
these comments. Give me 1 second.
Which one? Tom Cruise, which one?
All the Right Moves.
Oh, yeah, that was pretty good. I liked him in Days of Thunder, too.
Oh, Days of Thunder is great. Top
We're
Car.
We got to go back to the what was the movie called again? Sorry.
All the Right Moves.
All the Right Moves.
With
What was
Tom.
it about?
Cool
Tom.
movie.
He's on you remember the guy that Craig T. Nelson that played in that sitcom Coach? He was the football coach for high school Tom Cruise, and Tom Cruise is trying to get a scholarship.
No, I've never seen that.
Oh, dude, that's a
How
classic.
old is it?
Old. That's one of Tom Cruise's first movies ever.
Caleb Whitten
Oh,
says
Jesus.
Waterboy is his favorite football movie. Have you ever
Waterboy
seen that
is
Tom
great.
Cruise movie with Tony Katane in it? His bachelor party?
You know what? I don't think I ever saw that movie.
You need to see that.
Porky's is great. Now you're going back to the 80s, man. When you start talking about Porky's.
You better quit and put up retarded comments about me now.
I mean, the program, I wasn't a big fan of the program, man. I got to be honest with you. That one was okay.
Which one?
The program with Omar Epps, wasn't that his name or something Epps maybe?
This movie right here, I think, is overrated. I don't like We Are Marshall. I think it sucks.
The Duck Knight. What's going on, the Duck Knight? Did the Duck Knight just get here? Has he been here all night?
Duck Knight's in the house. The program sucks. Yeah, the program did suck.
That's a great name, the Duck Knight.
Oh, yeah, the Replacements. I do like the Replacements now.
You would like Keanu Reeves. You probably have a crush on him.
I like it when he comes across the field and his hair's flailing in the air.
There it is. Because yeah, there it is. I knew it. I already knew it, bro.
The Duck Knight's got to be feeling.
The sumo wrestler shoving them eggs in his mouth.
You're stupid. Oh man.
The Duck Knight's got to be feeling pretty good about his program.
Why is that? They just lost to Washington twice.
Because, man, they just had another great recruiting cycle. Dan Lanning's kind of committed, talking about making long-term commitments to the program. I mean, they're in a good spot, man. They just got DG.
They are. Until Nick Saban retires, and then we're going to take their shit.
I won't even contest that.
Taking Lanning?
I do believe Lanning would be the one they'd go after. That's a huge prop to Oregon, though.
It is a huge prop to Oregon.
So you think Lanning? I want to hear from. I mean, Oregon fans react.
Lanning is
Jonathan
probably.
Lewis just said.
I think Dan Lanning would be the replacement.
Would be my number one target.
Yes,
it would
mine
be
too.
Brent Venables.
Reaction.
Oregon
fans reaction.
Brent Venables would be number 2.
Okay, you can just back right off.
Just like 1 and 2.
I think Lanning would be number 1. I think Bob Stoops would be number 2.
There's Lori brings the heat, Brogdon. She's back.
Look, she'll come back when we start talking about coaches.
Start talking about BV going to Bama and Lori Brogdon.
Not BV. It's Bob.
Yeah, Bob. BS.
You're gonna make her even angrier.
BS. Bob Stoops.
Oh.
Hey, easy.
Big game, Bob. Big choke, Bob.
What?
Wow.
What are you? No, even that.
Disrespect.
Look, they beat Alabama one time in an irrelevant Sugar Bowl. They think they done something.
You're so stupid.
Well, first of all,
they couldn't even beat Boise State, man.
I was at that game. Then you had someone proposing marriage and shit after the game, man. I saw it.
You should have threw something, like when he kneeled down, man.
I was so pissed off, man.
A golf ball like the Tennessee fans did at Lane
I was
Kiffin.
so pissed off. Yeah, it was a brutal game.
Tattoos can be removed, right? And they can be covered up.
What's that?
I'm responding to the comment.
Can you turn that O into an A? Is that possible?
Well, you can turn a 0 into 1, as in winning national championships.
Has Boise State even won a bowl game since they beat Oklahoma? I was just curious.
I know what you're doing, man.
He is pushing you tonight, dude, and I'm loving it.
Yeah, he's fucking with me.
I'm here for all of it tonight.
Jonathan started.
I can't believe you guys think I'm the one stirring the pot.
But I'm just going to tell you right now.
Everybody in the comments has been saying it.
I hit back.
Everybody in the comments has been saying that shit went to fucking hell when you come in here. Coming here into that damn fucking German, Belgian, Icelandic beer. And damn
I do feel like
coast of Greenland.
I do feel like things became kind of doo.
Greenland sewage water beer. Whatever the hell you drinking over here.
He's drinking that fucking cuckoo water.
I'm drinking one and that's it tonight. So I got to work tomorrow.
Yeah, one big ass beer.
Yeah.
No, it's not that big.
Sissy.
It's 11.2 ounces. It is 9.5% though. Damn, it is 9.5%. So
that's what I'm saying, dude.
I got your bottle of tequila.
You're basically drinking a small bottle of wine.
Oh man. Drinking hornies. It's loving the neck beer, dude.
Kool-Aid with some peppermint schnapps.
Johnny Depp, yeah, that might be one of the most epic tattoo cover-up changes.
Yes,
is Winona to Wino. That is,
bro.
Johnny Depp is a mother. He will stick it to them women, boy.
Yeah. Well, they asked. I mean, Amber Heard asked for everything she got.
You think so?
And some.
Oh yes. She was Batman. She is a lunatic.
Oh man, I'm the one mentioning it. They're the ones steering away from it.
So you don't want to talk about your IBS neck beard.
Look, I don't have IBS, but I do have a neck beard.
You got IBS in the mouth. Always talking shit.
Oh man, you're so stupid.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, man.
Look, Jeff, we're not talking about them rated G movies that you watch.
Can we get some help from the chat?
Jeff
what are the best methods
Jeff
to cure
talking about
IBS?
watching Space Jam, peeling his tater in there.
See, you want to know the cure for IBS?
What is the cure for IBS?
I don't think there is a cure. First of all,
Milk of
Jonathan
magnesia?
shut his mouth. If Jonathan shuts his mouth, there won't be no more IBS.
oh man,
Space Jam 2 sucks.
Oh man,
Ron James is a jackass.
we're running loose tonight.
look, we need to have a live stream tomorrow night,
For what?
so I can drink, and this can get real interesting tomorrow.
I won't be getting naked or anything.
Why? What is the difference about tomorrow? You off the rest
I had
of the
to
week?
keep
after
him-
No, tomorrow's my Friday.
I had to keep him from taking his clothes off last time he was down here. He's trying to disrobe.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Negative. No, I don't know about that.
Damn, man.
You're
But
so
man, you can't be
stupid.
doing that in here. It's a redneck bar.
You're so stupid. Oh man, where'd we go? What was the name of that bar?
Oh man, the
Yeah.
Blue Oyster.
Yeah, that was at the Blue
The
Oyster.
Blue Oyster Bar from Fisk Academy.
Oh man, no, what was the name of it?
Dun, 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 dun. What?
What was
The
the name of the
Boise
bar we went
State.
to?
Big Al's.
Big Al's. That's where we went. Yeah.
The cure for IBS is to grow a neck beard.
Thunder's
I guess so.
Boys,
The 1990s Dream Team versus LeBron James version in the 2000s. You're not serious, are you? You're not talking about Jordan's Dream Team against LeBron's Dream Team. That's
What?
silly.
What's that? What?
Jack said, "Hey Outlaw, the 1990s Dream Team versus LeBron James version in the 2000s."
Where's that? There it is.
Man, that's pretty easy to me.
Yeah, it's obviously LeBron James.
Shit. Michael Jordan would
Are you
own that.
fucking kidding me?
Michael
You
Jordan
just-
would own
now
that.
you're trolling. Now you're trolling.
If LeBron James played in the 90s, he would have never won a championship, period.
I wouldn't say that.
Period. That's
You're
too many-
He
ridiculous.
wouldn't have won one every year Jordan was in the league. He wouldn't have won shit. I can tell you that.
He won nothing.
You can't say that because people won one.
I just
Look,
said it.
I'm an advocate.
Say it 'cause
I think
just said it.
I think Jordan's better than LeBron.
He's
He
better.
is.
People won titles when Jordan was in the NBA. Plenty of them.
Oh no. Yeah, hold on a second though.
Yeah, see, now we got to retract. I know how this goes.
No. We ain't retracting shit.
No, we retracted. His first couple years before he got
Jordan
stacked.
Once Jordan broke through, he never lost. And
You're right.
don't even talk to me about his time with the Wizards.
I'm
Once
not
he
talking about
broke
the Wizards.
through,
I'm not ever bringing up the Wizards. That's
once he
stupid.
broke through, then no one could beat him.
Every
Yeah,
time
when-
Jordan got to the finals, he won. Every time.
Exactly. When he broke through with his super team he had.
Super.
No,
was the end of it.
bullshit.
He had fucking Luke
No.
Longley, man.
No.
Luke Long. That's who
He
he
had
had.
a super
Bill
team.
Cartwright.
That ain't no
Bill
super
Cartwright.
team. He had to.
So
he
you're just
he
gonna
had to patch
ignore
BJ
all the
Armstrong.
other Hall of Famers.
he had to train Scottie Pippen.
BJ Armstrong.
You're gonna ignore all the other Hall of Famers.
Scottie
Will
Pippen
okay.
from Central Arkansas, man.
Scottie Pippen's a top 50 player all time.
Yeah, because Jordan made him one.
All time.
Jordan made him one. He made B.J. Armstrong look good.
That's what I was about to say.
I agree that Jordan, like me, I agree Jordan's better, and I agree that the Jordan Dream Team is far superior, in my opinion, to the LeBron. I'm not making the argument, but let's not act like Jordan couldn't be beat. He was beat plenty of times.
He couldn't be beat in the finals,
You're right, but he was swept in the first round.
but he's never got beat in the finals.
See, but what I'm getting at is stop acting like he can't be beat.
He can't be beat in the finals. He's 6-0.
No, as long as he
It's a
makes it to
fact.
the finals, he's good.
It's a fact. He
You're
could
right.
not be beat in the
I'll
finals.
agree with that.
He didn't even go to a game 7.
was,
Yes, we know the argument. It's the same one every time.
Because it's the right one. Jordan rules, LeBron drools.
I agree that Jordan is a better player. That's the funny part about it.
Doyle rules.
That's right.
And the
That's
super
that-
teams,
that's some Billy
the
Madison
super
right
teams
there.
were around far before LeBron. I hate to tell you that.
LeBron invented what?
Said LeBron James invented the super. No.
Yeah.
They were around far before.
Well,
The
actually, it was-
1992 Olympic team with Jordan and Magic Johnson and Bird cannot be beat by anybody. Ever.
no.
I agree. I
Every
agree
single
with
team
you.
they played, they beat by 30 or 40 points.
Like,
Man, they had Barkley and Ewing and freaking man, they were just stacked. They were stacked, and that's the other thing. When you listen to Bird and Magic talk about Jordan, that tells you everything you need to know. And Bird and Magic single-handedly saved the NBA.
I didn't know Bird was such a smack talker, man. I
Oh,
thought all
hell
this shit.
yeah.
I mean,
hell yeah, it was.
he was grilling the hell out of him, man. He'd be like telling them, "I'm gonna shoot that ball right here."
Massive.
And he told him one time, he's like, "Why'd y'all put that white guy on me?"
Yeah.
Dude, how this steered completely into a 180, I have no idea.
What's that?
That's the beauty of podcasting, man.
I know.
What's the 180?
The conversation, how it steered
Oh,
into
yeah.
this.
Just sports, man.
It's
Sports,
the
everything.
beauty of podcasting. Technology is a wonderful thing.
Pistol Pete Maravich was
Pistol,
before
yeah.
my time. So
Dr.
was
J.
I remember
Same.
seeing Dr. J play, but I never saw Pete Maravich play, so I can't speak to Pete Maravich.
I grew up on Michael Jordan, man. Like, so that's who I remember as a kid.
Pete Maravich was a stud. If you go look at old film footage of Pete Maravich, the guy was unbelievable, man.
The thing I remember from the 90s is you wanted to play like MJ, but you wanted to dress like Allen Iverson. I do remember that because Allen Iverson changed the culture and the way they dressed in the NBA. That was a big impact as well. That was a big impact.
LeBron gets fans kicked out of the game if they trash talk.
LeBron.
That I'm not going to argue,
guy.
but
Is that true?
I'm not going to say nothing to that because they were talking about his son. And if somebody starts coming after my son, you damn right I'm clapping back at you.
His son plays on the court, though, right?
It doesn't matter. He's not talking about my kids.
Copenhagen says the real NBA debate is who's number 2, and it's really not a debate because Kobe is number 2.
Yeah, I won't even argue that either. To
Kobe
be honest
Bryant.
with you, talking about Kobe Bryant being number 2.
Yeah, maybe.
Kobe's number 2. Kobe's the one that got the closest to being Mike.
Kobe even said it. He tried to imitate everything Mike did.
Yeah, he was the only one that was close.
Yeah,
LeBron,
I agree.
LeBron tried to imitate him, too. He used to wear his number and everything, right?
Yeah, but LeBron was never the assassin that Michael Jordan was, and Kobe. I mean, you remember LeBron's early years in the league. Even when he first joined Miami, he was a pass first guy. He was not a score first player.
And that's where I think the media turned it into something that it shouldn't have been. I don't think LeBron ever tried to be Michael Jordan. I think the narrative got twisted by the media.
I think he wanted to be considered better than Jordan.
I think you're
who
both
wouldn't?
right. I think
He's
you're
not.
both right about that.
Like
I think you're both right.
if I'm an NBA player, I would want to think I am the best, right? You're the top of the echelon of your profession.
Yep,
Yes.
that's exactly right. LeBron James' son is a skittle shooter.
Yeah.
He is a skittle shitter, and Oklahoma sent them out of the rankings.
Wow, Big Cohen Kelly comes out with a not too soon comment.
Woo!
Holy crap.
I ain't going to touch that.
Nope.
You going to hell.
Damn. That's all I can say. Man, didn't Kobe have higher stats than LeBron James when he died?
That's all. I don't know the exact. I'll be honest with you. I don't know the exact stats like that. I don't know really. I do know that LeBron's longevity is he's surpassing almost everybody because of his longevity. Of course,
Of course. He had 4 extra years on Jordan.
That's what he'll do.
He didn't play college ball like Jordan did. Jordan played 3
Right.
years of college ball.
But
LeBron
didn't
comes
Jordan go
straight
play
out of
baseball?
high school.
Didn't Jordan
Yeah,
choose to go play baseball?
Yeah, he left for
As
2
well?
years and came back. Could LeBron James do that?
So
No, he can't.
I'm
do
saying
that.
that's his own damn
LeBron
fault.
James couldn't leave and go play baseball. And
I'm
come
just
back
saying
and
that's his own damn
pick
fault.
up where he left off and start winning 3-peats again.
Oh, I'm in my prime and I'm going to go leave and play baseball. Okay.
He got in some trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Gambling's a mother.
We're gonna keep it real. He got in some gambling, and I think he got in a little bit of trouble and had to
Yeah.
take off for a couple of years.
Yeah. Hands down. I agree 100% with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't tell me you like the Spurs, man. You have Jonathan with a tent in his pants over here.
Yeah, I am a Spurs. Okay, I'm not a Spurs fan. I don't have a favorite NBA team anymore, to be honest with you. I was we all know, Tim Duncan fan. Well, you guys probably don't know.
Greg Popovich is an idiot.
Pop is a jackass.
I did go to a Spurs game, though, to watch Wemby a couple weeks ago. I got to sit
How was that?
damn near courtside. It was ridiculous, bro.
I like Popovich too. Made that comment about the U.S. Olympic team.
Popovich is too
I agree.
political.
Yeah, he is.
Too political now.
That's what they ought to just shut up and not talk about that shit.
Let me see if I can pull up some of the pictures. I got a Wembanyama to show how freaking tall this dude is, or how tall this dude is. Like, it is stupid, bro. Let me see here.
Hold tight 1 second. I'll be right back.
You like Kobe, much respect. Kobe was a great basketball player.
Oh, yeah.
As a person, I didn't like him too much.
I know what you're going to bring up.
Because I know he raped that girl in Colorado.
I know you're going to bring
covered
it up.
that shit up, and they tried to make it out like she's some kind of prostitute. They paid her off. And people were like, well, why'd she take the money? Well, she probably didn't want her character assassinated in a public forum, so she took the money. I'd take the money too. Instead of going to the court and having people assassinate my character, when we all know Kobe raped that girl. Just my opinion. Sorry. Not sorry.
I knew you were going to bring that up. Let me see if I can bring this video up. I'm going to show you how tall this dude is, bro. Well, I sent you the pictures, right? Or the photos when I went to the game.
Yeah, you did. I think Magic Johnson and Arsenio Hall were sort of sweet on each other. You know how they used to kiss each other? Him and Isaiah Thomas used to kiss each other for the basketball game.
Damn, dude, we've been almost on 2.5 hours.
Yeah, I guess I'm fixing to get off here then.
I think I got to run too, man. I had fun tonight. Tonight, man. I appreciate you having me on. Everybody in the chat and the Outlaw Posse, be good. Jonathan, it was good seeing you. And
you too as
we'll
well.
see you guys soon.
All right, brother. Take care. And that was Killer Breeze, the consummate Oklahoma booster.
You said you jinxed it. Oh, man.
Yeah, I didn't know it'd been that long.
I didn't notice.
Of course, I've been on here a little bit longer. I've been over here about 30 minutes before everybody else got on here. So,
yeah, well, I mean, I got on when I got off work, driving home. I was hauling ass to get home, so.
Yeah, LeBron messed it all up. You're right.
It's all LeBron's fault.
I don't know why you like him, man.
It's not that I like him. It's just I'm not going to naturally just hate the dude. He's a good basketball player.
He's got fans kicked out like 5 times because they're grilling on his son.
Yeah, no, for real. They have no, the one before that, there was some wild shit said. Kobe was
He's got to know that shit's going to happen.
But the thing about it, no. That's not fair because Kobe has had plenty of fans kicked out talking about his kids. And nobody ever wants to bring that shit up.
Kobe did?
Yes. Gigi was the target all the time because Gigi went to games with him all the time.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying he's on the court. He's going to have to take some heat.
Yeah, but Kobe did the same thing.
I mean, his daughter's now on the court playing with him and shit. You know what I'm saying?
It doesn't matter. If you're coming after my kids, I'm sorry. I'm going to say something. Look at this.
Killer must have had a booty call. Yeah, I don't know. What kind of booty?
Maybe he has IBS. That's why he jumped off so quick. We're gonna reverse
he does have old man bowels like me, so I don't know how old Killer is, but he's a little bit older than me, I think.
Yeah, and you're what, like 32 years older than me?
Yeah.
Oh man,
Where'd that comment go about Killer? He pulled it down. Where'd it go? Killer must have
which
a booty
one?
call. Killer must have a booty call. What kind of booty was it?
Oh, bro.
Just
They
curious.
said
I
you
mean,
don't want to make.
do we think? Are you saying that Killer's in the closet?
Said don't want to make Glory jealous. Oh man.
I think he's saying Killer's in the closet.
All right, yeah, I think it's time to wrap it up. Well, for me,
All right, brother.
no, I got work tomorrow and everything else, so it was good fun laughing. Holy crap, man! I haven't laughed that hard in a long time.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I knew that was gonna be a good night though.
We just showed our ass in front of everybody, so
Yeah, it's all right. We do that occasionally.
let me drop the F-bomb a couple times.
Oh, that's what you're worried about?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. The F-bomb is what you're worried about. All right. No, it was fun being on here. Thanks everybody in the comments. Obviously, Thunder, you Sooner, Big Cajones, even though you guys give me shit every time.
All right.
I won't shave it, but yeah. If you do one tomorrow, let me know. Tomorrow's my Friday.
All right.
So I can be on for the whole show. So yeah.
All right, brother. We'll check you later.
Have fun.
All right. And that was Jonathan Lewis, the consummate neckbeard, king of IBS, ruler of the backwoods of Arkansas, and soon to be star of Deliverance Part 2, Jonathan Lewis. Booty call's a booty call, says Becca has thoughts. Well, is it of the male variety booty call, or is it the female variety booty call? Are we going to do pronouns tonight for Killer Breeze's vast exit? All right, brothers and sisters, I guess I'm going to get off here too. If y'all don't mind, just hit the like button on this live stream, if you don't mind. Also, if you want to get a comment read out, if you have any more questions before I get out here, hit the money dollar sign at the bottom with a little circle around it. Click on that, make a donation. Write out your comment first, send it, and it'll highlight, and I'll read it out before I get off of here. If you want to join the Outlaw Posse like Big Cajones, Kelly, College Football, Jonathan Lewis, Jack Acker, Jeff Payton, among others, Fred Bagley, all you got to do is hit that little join button, next subscribe button. It's $2.99 a month, 75 cents a week. That's just a bottle of water. You get your badge, you get deputized, get your random Four Horsemen shout out. It's possibly be the comment of the day. And with that, I'm out of here. KMCA to all the other teams. Class is now dismissed.